evening, everybody. I'm doing it again. Sorry about that, everybody. But good evening. Good evening, good evening, good evening. This is Unscrambled Minds. I am Sister Freedom, Big Mama, and this is the day after the big debate. So we're going to speak on it. Speak on it. Go ahead, Kiki.
We got something going on, Freedom.
What?
Some kind of echo.
I don't hear it. Does anybody else hear it?
It doesn't sound like an echo. You hear echo on your side?
It's clear, Sakina. You should be fine.
Okay, I do. I don't know where it's coming from. Oh, yeah, I do. I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay, well maybe it's me.
Well, y'all let us know if y'all hear
Introduce your
echo.
beautiful self. Introduce your beautiful self.
All right, well, uncle my out, everybody. I'm Sister Sakina Rock. I think I'm gonna have to leave and come back.
Okay.
I just did. Right?
Okay.
Happy Sunday, y'all. Happy Sunday. How y'all doing? Daughters of the Sea. What's good?
Hey y'all, hey. It's Sunday night. And welcome.
Peace and love, everyone. It's Dulcinea.
Okay. So we're going to be doing a little bit of review, I guess, and speaking on some information pertaining to the debate that took place yesterday between Sister Nepal and Unscrambled Minds, Sister Dulcinea. Well, of course, I'm going to give my opinion. Okay. As I stated before, I'm going to state again. I think both of the sisters did a good job. I think Nepal did what she was supposed to do because that is the narrative that she took. So she took the narrative and she did what she was supposed to do with it. I also think that Dulcinea is one who is outside the box as well as myself. Hooray. And I think that she did what she was supposed to do to at least give people the opportunity to think and to think that there is other information and that everybody does not agree with the mainstream information and that no, don't be afraid to say you don't agree with it. And if you do or you don't agree with it, I mean, it shouldn't be no problem for anybody to speak on it, So that's what my main thing was. So that's pretty much what I have to say from my thought on the situation. And I guess while we're on here, I'm going to say why I don't agree. And I'm going to try to show why I don't agree, or at least not show it, but you'll hear some things as to why I don't agree. Thank you. Thoughts?
Okay. So, Dulcie, I'm gonna let Sakina go because she's next in line, and then I'll go after Sakina. Just, but she dropped down. Go ahead, sis. I'll go after you, my love.
Okay, well, as far as thinking outside the box, I believe Dulcinea did a wonderful job as far as thinking outside the box. It gave a great perspective of not just staying inside and just going with the flow of things and just not going with evolution. Evolution was to rise and know that things were progressing. And so, with that being said, that's what she showed, that if it was saying that we had the common ancestor and that it progressed, there could have been changes in evolution. There could have been mistakes in evolution. And she gave that perspective. in evolution, saying that science progressed and that there could have been mistakes. There is some skeptic views of that. And she gave many instances, and she gave many perhaps, and she gave many examples. And so, therefore, big ups to you, Dawsonia. Big ups to you, because nobody else has challenged that. Nobody else opened doors to that. That was always that big but nobody said anything about it. And so for somebody to even open a door and say it, big ups to you, because that's what a skeptical mind does. Is challenges the challenges. That's why they say teach it to it like a 6-year-old. Why? Because a child asks questions, and a child that asks questions is the one that comes out the box. And what do they do to children that ask too many questions? They tell them to go over there and sit down. Well, guess what? You went over there and sat down with a book. Good job.
Okay, so I'm okay. So I guess I'll repeat something of what I had said earlier in terms of feedback and in my overall take in regards to the debate, because for me, so the title was "Are We Primates?" and we know that obviously, if you go by the consensus, the scientific consensus, and what is available, yes, we are. That's how we're classified, right? That to me, that wasn't so much about. I think Dulcinea had the higher burden of proof, obviously, right? To puncture holes and find kinks and chinks in that kind of armor when it comes to scientific theory. And I thought that with Dulcie, I think that you should really have bust those social constructs open to the white meat. So as I said before, Nepal did really well with saying, you know what, keeping you trying to keep you at least in a defensive sort of position and saying, nope, we're not talking about scientific racism. We're not having a debate on whether or not, Darwinism, was racist or not, or what have you. We're having a debate about, are we primates? Are we primates, right? And I think that one area you could have done much better at was really immediately after her first her first round one, and it was your time to go, I would have personally just started out the gate with no, let me explain to you why the origins of how classifications came about is important. Right? I need to no, we cannot talk about scientific classifications without talking about evolution, without talking about Darwin's theory, right? I would have really, really, really broke open those social constructs, because ultimately, while you can't prove scientifically that we're not primates, we're not there yet with research, your job was to make sure that you are just fucking giving body shots to that scientific theory. Stay in your lane, stay on your square, and bust that construct open. Emphasize the importance. No, this is why I am questioning this scientific theory. This is why I'm saying we're not primates, right? The origins of this is hella vital. No, it is a part of the conversation. Absolutely it is. That's one point. The second thing is, just by definition, right? If we think about what the definition of science is, we know a few things. Number one, science is not absolute. It's not 100%, right? And so when we talk about scientific theories, we know that many of them have evolved over time. They have upgraded their software, so to speak, because that is really what science is about. It's observing the natural phenomena, seeing doing experiments, testing against the evidence that you've collected to see if it's tested, tried, and true. Right. And so really exposing the sort of chinks in the armor to the origin, to the foundation, right, of how these classifications came to be. I think out the gate, you should have just stayed on that. Okay. That's in my opinion. Let me see. Did I miss something else? Did I miss? Oh. And then just also, you know what? I'm going to hold that for the next, to the next go around. All right. I'm going to hold that to the next go around. Outside of that, though, I think that at the end of it, I think that you did a good enough job to at least say this is why we should question. Although I do believe that you should have really stayed on that versus it being a response to whatever she read, like an article that she read or whatever her round was. Don't waste your time in trying to that wasn't important in the very beginning. The importance was laying that kind of like foundation. Okay, so I'll land the plane. Thank you, thank you, Freedom. Go ahead, Niche.
Okay. So the debate was, I don't know, I guess in my mind, a debate, it wasn't really like a debate to me per se. Um, I think that the rounds was a little too long, and I think sometimes you get lost in the sauce when it's going too long. Um, I'm not gonna. I'm not the one that say, "Oh, everybody did a good job" and all of this and all of that. No, I'm not. Um, but I do believe Dustin there did a good job. My opinion, she won. I mean, and it's kind of weird, you know. It's kind of weird because looking at real debates, there is a declared winner. Um, but I guess it's not this time. So who won is whoever you wanted to win, and that's pretty much it. I think Dulcinea. Okay, so they was talking about her decorum and all of that, but sometimes dealing with, you got to know your opponent. And I would have hit her with a couple of lefts and rights, you know, and kind of made her stop and think for a minute, you know, because she used to controlling the floor. And even when Dulcinea wasn't speaking, she was still controlling the floor. So if Dulcinea, I mean, the information that Dulcinea was bringing to me, um, I agree with it. Uh, but I just wish my sister would have hit her with a couple of them paragraphs, like knocked upside the head with a couple of them paragraphs, just so she could really feel it. Um, but it was all right. That's pretty much all I got to say about it.
Well, thank you, ladies. I appreciate the feedback. Like Dots, I really liked what you were saying about the rebuttals, I think, the rebuttal rounds, and saying like not really focusing on everything that she was saying in her round, but just going in on why it's important, or when she was saying this isn't a part of the debate. And I liked what you said as well, Nisha, as far as like the fighting and stuff that I could have said or I could have jabbed her with and I didn't. But I appreciate all you ladies' feedback. I'm glad for everyone that came out and actually saw it. They spent the time. That's what it really was about for me, is just the information and us going over it. I appreciate Nepal for taking the debate. And I think overall it was a good thing. It was good that we got that information out and going. But I think some of those tweaks, like you were saying, Nisha, would have been a better debate. And peace, everyone in the chat. Thank you, Barn Dog. And I'm seeing like Chief Topcats, right? Dots, I think he was talking about getting the switch. But I think everything was really good. It was fun overall. I wish the question and answer round was a little different though, too. I think we should have got the 5 minutes.
Okay. All right. Well, the fact is, you had the opportunity to debate Nepal. She has had many debates, and the fact that she gave it the opportunity to excite all of us, because I was excited, couldn't wait. Y'all know I had did my eyelashes and everything for last night, but I took them off today though. Back to my blue. But anyway, overall, I was excited. I was hyped up. As y'all know, I'm naturally hyper. So It was a good thing for me. It gave me the opportunity to um to accept that other people think like I do, because I never embarked on this information before. And to see that so many high up scientists and doctors and situations like that, but was in the same mindset that I was. That made me feel good. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's been a while since this information has come out, okay, pertaining to the Charles Darwin theory and what's his name, Linnaeus or whatever. Linnaeus, am I saying that correct?
Linnaeus.
Linnaeus or something. But their information has been debunked. I mean, but why nobody wants to even check it is beyond me. I mean, if little old me that don't know nothing about this information just instantly said that don't make no sense, and then I can go where these scientists and doctors and stuff like that argued even back then that they did not agree. They didn't agree, and told them why. And the information was looked up. I'm going to later on in the show allow you to hear it, and then you can write down the names of the people who said, because I don't get into all that, but I'm gonna let you write down the names of the people who were disputing and debunking this information way back then. Everything has been manipulated, fraud. We're talking about people who have always lied, cheated, deceived, manipulated, stolen, divided, just, you know, everything bad. So, I have my reasons for off the back thinking the way I thought, and I'm just glad, and my 2 minutes should be get ready to be up. I'm just glad to
So
have found people that think like me. That's all. That's it, Kiki.
But ain't that the story of our lives?
Mm-hmm.
Right? I mean, the whole essence of us, right from the beginning to probably our ending. That's how our ancestors, we don't know anything about anything when it comes to us. Just being honest, everything that we know has been debunked, lied, removed, added, massaged. Uh, all of these words have so many meanings, and we don't know. It's almost like, what is the truth? So
It's
far, the truth has been a lie.
even God.
You see what I'm saying? So, what is the truth? So far, the truth has been a lie.
The truth for what they claiming is truth.
No,
That
so
we
even then, that's been a lie. So,
mm-hmm.
what is the truth? Because the truth is, but only person knows the truth is you and your God. So, what is the truth? And I'm gonna land with that. Go ahead, Dots.
Yeah, no, and that's why I think that that's why my feedback is just going to stay with that in terms of those constructs, in terms of those conditionings, things that we were taught, right? That was the chink in the armor, right? Killing that foundation, getting to the root of the tree. Don't worry about the fruit, don't worry about the leaves, right? Don't worry about what that's producing. You got to get to the root and keep that shit right there. I also thought I heard.
Marcus, when Mark Spencer went, I'm sorry, Dots, but when we drop the link, I'm gonna need you to explain where is that truth, because everything so far that we know of is truth has been a lie.
Until you come outside that box.
Mhm.
Mm.
No.
So I think that so yeah, so definitely throughout history we know that, usually the war story is told from the eyes of the victor, right? So just that's why it's called history, his story, god damn it, his story, her story, my story. Is very subjective. Truth tends to be subjective, unfortunately. And so the
Absolutely.
questions remain. Okay, so can we, is it a credible statement to say that scientific theories have changed over time? Yes. Right? Has have classifications of species changed, evolved, or what have you over time? Yes. Right? Has
Mm.
Darwin's theory, which was the bedrock of this whole evolution, kind of like, in my opinion, movement, have we changed that theory? Has that software been updated currently? Yes, it has. So I always go to who are the gatekeepers of this information? And is it that serious to war over when these niggas not even your kinfolk? Where they do that at?
Okay.
Where we do that at?
Wherever that was at.
And what's good for the goose has to be good for the gander. So when we talk about credible sources, I understand that. I get that in totality, right? I understand academia very well. I don't, right? Who cares about my degrees? Nobody, y'all never know. But the point is that who determines that? Who determines who gets into the door? You may get the invite, but you may not be allowed inside my home. Who created these classifications? For what reason? That's what I'm saying about busting open to the white meat, these constructs. That is that, in my opinion, that's how I would have hammered that shit down. I hammered just straight body shots. Because once you uproot, or once you change, or once you get to the root, you've broken the foundation. And that's that piece I would have really harped on. But again, both ladies did fabulous. I love the shade. I think y'all both excellent with shade, really and truly. But I also was really impressed that, I know we keep hearing this damn word decorum. And I know I have 20 seconds on the clock, so I'm gonna finish it here. Where I think you ladies raised the bar. And I know I always say this shit, but I dare any of my brethren now to talk about how women are emotional. Y'all better go ahead with that. Y'all better go ahead with that. Because these ladies really set the bar. They raised the bar.
Very much.
They
Very
did.
much.
We gotta admit it.
Come on.
Come on.
They really have.
I was proud. I was so proud.
Yes.
Hmm.
I'm saying I was
So
proud.
everybody is asking, or what I've seen is the common ancestor. Who
Take
was the common
credit.
ancestor?
What
What
was?
was the common ancestor? How did it look?
They
So,
don't even know.
so if I'm thinking about it, if we had a common ancestor, it takes two to procreate.
Okay. Come on.
So if it takes two to procreate, so hold on. Am I even busy? Hold on.
Mm.
I be just trying to understand and for real understand.
Come on.
If there are, it takes two to procreate. It was a common ancestor. So that ancestor
Is
first
one.
had to procreate with what? What did he procreate with? Because didn't, now just correct me if I'm wrong. He
Mm.
had to procreate with the Homo sapien, but if that's the case, didn't they?
It
That
was a
couldn't have been around
yeah,
when they procreated. It's what I'm missing. You see what I'm saying? If it takes two, we got
exactly.
one
It was a
common
primate.
ancestor.
Primate. There was two.
Okay, but
Okay.
it couldn't have been two of the same, right?
It had to be.
But if it was two of the
Yeah,
same,
primate meaning duality, and primate with meaning two. They were
It
mates.
does.
Yes, it does. They were mates. They didn't
Oh,
say
wait,
prime.
wait a minute.
Understand me? It didn't say prime as in prime numbers. It said primate as in two.
Wait, Nisha still
That's
has
not what
time
I'm
on the
talking
clock.
about.
Ladies, Nisha has
Let
time
me
on the
get
clock.
out your get out. Let me get out your thing. Go ahead, Nisha. Finish
Nisha
up.
still has time. Let her go.
I'm just trying to understand, and I guess maybe I'll get some better understanding by the end of the night, or if I till I fall asleep or something.
Oh, you
But
know what?
if it was a common ancestor, they're not saying two common ancestors because it's singular, so it's a common ancestor. So that procreated with its same species. So what caused the split? What caused for us to be homo whatever halamula archipelagus or whatever to homo sapiens sapiens? What was that? What did it? I just want to know. I don't know. I just want to know because
Wait,
I
wait.
don't
No,
think
no, no,
it
no.
makes
We're not
sense.
doing that. Say that word again. Homo what? What we are? What we is? Say that again, Nish.
Which one? The Homo sapiens sapiens are the Homo
No, no. How you said
archipelagus?
it? No, you said it before you said it. What did you said something like Homo
Aloysius.
Lupa? What the hell you doing?
All these big words.
Homo
But if it was,
sequativosus.
No, she said
yeah,
homo
Homo
octopoculus.
hippopotamus. All
Fact.
these big
No,
unnecessary
she
words.
didn't. She said homo
mutation.
octopoculus.
Yeah, okay, mutations, but still,
A
y'all got to
mutation.
break that
You
down
have
to
10
me some
seconds,
more.
Nish. You got 10 seconds. You
Y'all
got
just
10
got to break the mutation part down to me
The
for real, for real.
cells down, the
And
protein
and yeah, y'all just do because it's not working.
tadpole, the
Go ahead.
squirt.
I can't. She said homo
Yeah.
octopoculus.
Got
And
me
I'll
running through the
answer
butt. They're going
from my
through the
perspective
butt.
of it, but I just do want to say to you, Dots, as far as I agree with everything as far. And I think when I organized it, I know people didn't check out the roundtable gang earlier when we all talked about this, but a
Yeah.
lot of them made great points of like where everything was. If it was reorganized, that would have been powerful and good. But to the question of a common ancestor, um, you don't have to have a common ancestor with another group of people or another group of beings or species or animals. Everybody has their own common ancestor. So when you look into common ancestors, you find the hominins, and those are your common ancestor. You want a common ancestor to be a hippopotamus, to be a dog, to be a monkey. I mean, that's on you. But with saying that we could see things and see that they're observable, like that was all said, like, oh, we can look at hands, we can look at different things and just see that there's connections. Why can't we see, as far as when something looks like a lizard, that they're probably in the lizard family and not have to lead them into being a bear somehow? Like, if there are these bones, there are these footprints, there are these impressions that show that hominins existed, why is it that that bone or that impression has to be attached to a monkey and not a hominin? So there is no common ancestor other than the universal common ancestor. Humans have changed over time, but they've always been the human species. And same with every other species after the common ancestor.
Okie dokie dokie dokie. Well, now I want to first say this. Dulcinea, do you want us to ask you any questions on things that you think at certain times that you could have done better? Before I go into what I want to go into, let me say this. When it comes down to a debate, okay, um, I don't think it has to be a certain way or whatever. The main thing is to get your point across as to what you are trying to convey to the people, right? So they can have a second look at the information. Okay. At what time in the debate do you feel as though that you should have went in a little stronger to allow people to you know what I'm saying, say, you know what, that do or that don't make sense. You know what, I'm gonna check that out. Do you think that you should have gave more names of people, places, and things and times when it was debunked and wasn't accepted? Do you think that maybe you should have done something like that? I mean, because we always think maybe I should have did this, or maybe should I did that, or I should have did this. Do you think like that?
Well, I don't know if I should have gave places and time of people battling it. I think she spent a lot of time saying like that's not the point and really sticking on to them and debunking the people previously. She was always like it has evolved. It's not the same as previously. It's modern now, and this is what modern science is saying. But I
No.
think
Okay. Maybe you not understanding because it's not what.
you're saying should I have introduced some well, ask your question again
Yeah,
so
I'm
I can
saying it's not
answer it.
about anything but to do with Sister Nepal's reaction to anything that you're saying. Do you see something at a time where you could have said, you know what, this has been debunked before, this and this is why people are debunking it. These are the scientists and doctors and what are they called? I can't so many of these big words that has been debunking it, and you know they got degrees and they big time in it too. So where you could have said some things that would make people, do you think that there's anything that you could have said a little different?
Oh, like with the okay, because I'm making sure I understand what you're saying. Like with the when saying the people that were coming at it or arguing it, giving their
Wait,
names, like the paleontologists and the different
yes,
people's
that's
names
where.
that it did. Yeah, I think I could have given some names as far as some universities that they came out of or different things
Mhm.
that could have
When
helped.
you were talking about the racist.
But I think more so what Dots was saying just is more so how I should have done it as far as reorganized, not expect primates to be introduced so early on that side. I could have introduced primates and then tied it back in as far as to the science and what it means and how they're saying don't question it and really combating what was happening as far as in history in in combination to the science. I think like something Jay said, like saying, at the same time, this is like slavery happening, this is this happening and stuff like that, really hounding in on how it's affecting what's happening to the people.
Okay.
I hope that answered your question.
Well, I mean, you're going to answer it the way you feel as though it should be answered. My situation is you know you gonna answer it the way you're gonna answer. But when you were speaking on racism, the racist situation in in this whole situation, we got somebody in the chat saying it hasn't been debunked. That would even not make any sense that it wouldn't have been debunked. That don't even make sense that they would even think that it would nobody would have talked against this. So, I really, what how you answered this, how you gonna answer. But when I would have been when you were talking about the racism and things, I would have also brought up the that it has been debunked, the fraud that went on with it, the manipulation, the all of it. But you
10
still did.
seconds. 10 seconds.
Okay, you still did a wonderful job on what you did, and you did it with decorum. You didn't get upset, talk nasty, or anything. You still did what you were supposed to do. I just was wondering, do you ever think, "Don't I should have did this, or I should have said that, or I should have said this," that type thing. That's all.
And this is why I'm glad you point out all those things, is because these are the wonderful things that made her argument one of the best is because people may have, you might see it as they debunked it, but they never actually tried. And this is what makes Dawsonair's um, debate such one of the great, is because nobody's never challenged science to this degree. She's one of the first. Nobody's ever done the work or even tried. They each time they tried individually. That's what you have admitted to, because that has been done individually. But Dawsonair has conglomerately put it together and said, for those reasons, for the racism and those reasons, and that's why it makes it greater. So you are identifying those things, but you also identifying some individual things. But what she's saying as a whole, that science needs to go back and look at it. So for those of us who has agreed to say that we do and we were taught that we were the common ancestor, should look at that debate and say, has Dawsonair gave us enough information to be skeptical? And if we can agree to what she said and look at what the information shows, then we can agree to say yes. That's enough information to say science should go back and revisit and go with that information and not just roll with what we know. We already know about the common ancestor, but is it true enough that she's presented enough information to say science should go back and revisit because of evolution and all the information that she brought forth? That's very diplomatic. And yes, we should go back and revisit because there's a lot of information that had been missed and maybe has evolved since then. And maybe by now you can see a common ancestor produce it. Let us know. Don't leave us in the mysticism again. It's been billions of years. You found all this stuff since then. You know way more now since then. You should be able to produce. Great job, Dawsonair.
Can I ask Dustin a question real quick? Do
Yeah.
they know what the common ancestor is?
No.
Because my understanding, they have no idea what this common
Exactly.
ancestor is. They have no idea. So, do you know? Because
Yeah, so they have speciation in between that they go, but they don't know exactly who the common ancestor is. So they date the fossils that they find and then suppose potential common ancestors or divergence of when the other what they consider non-human primates would have came out of it. Like this one could be a change as far as when chimpanzees separated, but you don't know what the common ancestor looked like that was in between them or have any kind of record of it.
do you think that right there? I'm sorry, Dots. Do you think right there, the fact that they don't have any idea what this common ancestor is, that would have puzzled anybody to think, well, how are you saying this is happening or you don't know what the common ancestor is? Okay,
I
but
think because science goes into the different aspects, um, they think they can go and prove it without just being like we need to know the common ancestor or anything like that. So they go in just being like, oh, we can prove it because we can look through your genotype and find it.
Yeah. I think, you know, this is what I do enjoy. Uh, you know how we always say, like, you just have to understand and know, like your audience. And I know that
excuse me.
both ladies have very different energy, but they're both very strong. And I think that, on both sides, and let me just say, don't ever underestimate anybody, right? uh, I think by now, if you guys been rocking with us by now, I think you guys know that one of the things that Dulcinea is really good at is sort of quote unquote alkalizing energy, right? And some people take that as not being more forward or why you ain't come back harder or da 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 da. But in terms of strategy, That's one way that she maintains her position. And so that's the one thing. Number two, though, what I do appreciate about this conversation is, and even from last night when we were talking after the debate, is that you are very willing to receive critical feedback, right? You're not looking for people to soothe your ego, and I appreciate that. Oftentimes when people do debates or what have you, and feedback comes, and if it doesn't sound good, they get triggered very quickly and they're ready to pop off. And then what begins to happen is you'll start hearing shit like, oh, well, the only reason why you think that X so and so won is because you like her or because of this. That's very insulting. Very insulting. I don't like that. Right? Don't
Yeah,
assume about why I did any goddamn thing. You can specifically ask dots, right? And I can explain that. But don't insult my intelligence. Now, to be honest, I'm gang. So that's just how I was raised. I stand on my square. Of course, Dulcinea is part of Unscrambled Minds. So I'm going to always rock with her front, side, back. It is what the hell it is, right? I take that with what it comes. But outside of just that and how we present ourselves, the fact that you are willing to receive feedback, even if it doesn't sound good, even if it don't feel good, you're receiving it, right? Because if we're talking about the importance of active listening, if we're talking about, acquiring knowledge, the one thing that all of us should know is that you have to get rid of that fucking ego. You have got to get rid of that ego. It's not about what you think of yourself, it's how you present, right? So you are sharing to an audience. And now you're asking for feedback and we're giving it to you. And some people think you did great. Some people think here's areas that you could have improved upon. And the fact that you're willing to receive that speaks volumes. And I just say that, I want to put that out on the table because we got to kill our super ego. It gets in the way of a lot of and it causes a lot of misunderstandings and shit grow lakes for no reason. Let me ask you a question though. What would be your okay, so what would be what do you think was your best round? And what do you think was Nepal's best round? And did you learn anything at all? Or did anything push your thinking from engaging with Nepal in that debate?
Yeah, I'll say to me, her best round was round 3. It was really a lot of stuff, even though I made like certain shade, but I really was impressed as far as the orangutan. I know people are like, oh, other people drive go-karts, but it's really, it's about how far that orangutan was able to drive, about the positioning, like all this other stuff. A lot of the things with the monkeys and their trainings and experiments I liked about it. And I thought she really got a good point with that retrovirus. And it's like a lot of it, of aspects of it, of how they find that. Like, I don't know everything about it, where I would have to look it up and really research it. But I thought that was a strong point for her, bringing that up, of the retrovirus happening in the same regions amongst the human and the chimpanzee. Uh, Sorry, you were saying where I felt like. Ask me again, Dot. Sorry.
No, I was saying, what do you think was her strongest round? And did you learn anything? Like, did it change any of your thinking based, after the presentation or what have you on both sides?
Yeah, I wouldn't say that alone made me say that we're primates, but I would say there's a lot of similarities as far as with saying the retrovirus and different things that are experienced amongst us as both humans and chimpanzees. But as far as my best round, I would say it was 3-2, because then it was like leaving in from the scientific racism and going into the actual present day of what's going on in modern science, and showing that it still has all the elements of scientific racism. So I thought people thought it was strong when I showed the upright European, and how they're saying, all the hominins had to learn how to walk in Europe and then come back to Africa for them to be upright, and different aspects of when they were saying as far as what they do for the chromosomal DNA testing, how much they leave out, how many presumptions they make, etc., etc. But yeah, so I would say that is my particular best round. Peace, guys. Peace, OTK. Peace, Nitro.
I
Did I
Nitro.
Peace,
answer
peace.
everything? I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah. No, that's how you answered. I can't tell you how to
Oh,
answer.
and I wanted to say something, by the way, to the
Hmm.
other point that you were saying about taking the constructive criticism. And I really am open to all criticism, and I think it will only make me better as far as the debate. But I really like to hear you guys' criticism because you're my sisters. Y'all know me. So I feel like others' criticism could end up being like, oh, I wish you were more like another person. I wish you did a thing more like this or that. But I would rather hear from people who know me and it's like, this is how you could do better from this perspective of how you are.
Hmm.
So I like that about
That.
getting criticism from y'all.
Yeah.
I know the guys want to ask um questions and make statements about what they feel as though how the debate went and everything. I don't know if I should play what I need to play a little later. What do you think, Dulcinea?
Uh, After we can let them say and give their feedback, and then we can play the video right after.
Okay. Okay. So I don't know what it is that
Nisha, you have something
I
to say?
Nitro. Niche didn't say
What's up?
anything.
What's up?
No, not yet.
No, it's fine. You can go ahead and go. I'm researching.
I want to say that I'm glad that Dulcie can take any form of criticism too. You know, it only can make you better. You know.
Nah, for sure. I'm gonna be quick. The one thing I'm gonna say is excuse me, like I've been saying in the chat was the topic. I feel like paying attention to a lot of debates. Usually, the topic involves both sides of the argument, and she's experienced enough to know that it was very lopsided from the beginning because the argument was just, "Are we primates?" And usually in a debate, you want to include both sides of the argument. So, like I said in the chat, if it would have said something like, "Are we primates or is it scientific racism?" Something like that would have included your thesis or your point into the argument. That way, the whole little stone thrown at your feet while you running about you're not on topic. This has nothing to do with racism. Like that, you could have really crushed that from a fundamental aspect. So as you laid your premise, then you could attack the reason why we aren't primates. Does that make sense?
Oh, I
Mhm.
definitely understand that. And I know, like, if it was something that was set up between me and Nepal, it would have been something that we all discussed. We discussed the best title or anything like that. But I definitely appreciate Nepal and Saw because they were just going to get rid of the debate altogether. And what I said was, I'll take the "Are we primates" part. I won't take it the Earth is 6,000 years old. And they were like, really? And I was like, yeah. And then they were like, okay, come on. So that's definitely, I appreciate that. I have had a lot of people, as you can see in the past, that said that they were going to debate and then they never showed up, or it was just always a runaround. So this was really like a favor to really allow me to debate. So I wasn't really caring about the title. I
Yeah,
was just like, okay, let me debate. And I appreciate that they did that and that
yeah,
even
because
Nepal
I can
allowed
hear
them
them saying little
to.
things like she knew it basically in so many words. You know what I'm saying? I know how to listen between the lines. She knew that she all she had to do was just repeat what everybody else had already been saying in science. You see what I'm saying? So it really was no onus on her to have to really establish a point. All she had to do was go to third grade books and just say, "Yeah, we used to be monkeys, or we primates just like them." You get what I'm saying? And everybody was just gonna be clapping and applauding, and it really didn't trigger thought. It didn't challenge. Like you had the biggest obstacle the whole time. You see what I'm saying? Um, yeah, so I mean that's it. Like I said, I ain't want to be long or nothing like that. I feel like that one thing really would have kind of even the playing field a lot better. You feel me? Because especially afterwards, after the debate, I want to salute you for keeping your composure and your character. A lot of times people forget that they adults on YouTube. Like we all adults. Like we real humans when we get off this screen. You dig what I'm saying? So how people talk, how condescending people get with each other, how them egos get flared up. Like I'm glad you didn't bite that bait. You feel me? I ain't cause I'm an Aries, so I talk with passion a lot. You feel me? I always gotta correct myself sometimes when it come to that. You feel me? But um it's like war. So I don't think that that's an issue on her end or yours. I feel like what it showed was that she did have to try to restrain herself character wise a lot more than what you do. So in the future, just remember that that's gonna be your advantage with a lot of these folks. A lot of them are dickheads. Excuse my language. You know what I'm saying? But they don't want to stick with the information. They don't want to really build on the scientific premise a lot as much as they say they do. You feel me? They do want to get into the ad hominems and all that. You know what I'm saying? So, like, yeah, shit. Next time, just make sure, even if you do accept the last second challenge, I would suggest like make sure that topic is in favor of you too. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
And you know what? That's the same thing Truist told you too. He told you the same thing. He did. He really did.
Yeah, I know he did.
Yeah. Okay, OTK, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I man, I spoke to you earlier, Dulcinea, but now I can do it again now. But like I told you, I wish you would have touched into the primate thing from the jump, and then like you said, whip back around with it at the end to close it off. Um, you a pit bull, so when you in that ring, you got to fight like a pit bull. And I felt like you kind of held back because of who she was and where you was at with the debate. But like I said earlier, don't let that stop you, Queen, because you know what I mean. You're definitely one of the most powerfulest female out here. You and all the sisters of Unscrambled Minds. See, they just don't know yet because they ain't tuned into y'all yet. But they don't know all y'all powerful in y'all own way, and they just don't know that. But you are powerful, and keep on doing what you do. I'm gonna keep supporting you. You know, I'm Team Dulcinea all the way. Um, gang, gang, and good word.
And let's also, understand the fact that in a debate, you do what you got to do, right?
Oh shit.
And all the time, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to be a tiger. You don't. You don't have to be a tiger all the time. You know what I'm saying? But some people are naturally tigers. You know what I'm saying? Like I am. I'm naturally a
Gotta
bull.
be a tiger.
I'm a tiger, a bull, a lion. I'm all that, everything that attacks. And some people are just naturally that way. Not that they mean to be that way,
Damn.
but I don't really
Anything that attack.
do
I,
because that's my personality. It's not something that I can help. It is just something that's within. So, Nepal probably thinks like me. I'm that type that, okay, because this is just. So people do what they do and what they got to do because this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Dulcie, on the other hand, reminds me so much of my best friend. I could be like, I got Nair in both my hands. I'm about to smack this bitch in the face with this. She's with me. Don't do it. Bobby, don't
oh
do
shit.
it. Bobby, don't do it. So everybody is not the same, but she's smart as a mug. She's because she's smart with everything. She's
Definitely.
smart as crap. But when it come down to other stuff, she the one that's like, Robin, now listen to me. If you do this, this what might happen, and this what happened, and this that happened. And I'm like, I don't give a I'm great. Smack this. I done put Nair in both my hands. I'm about to take the eyebrows off, the eyelashes, the front. I'm just like that. But she is my best friend since she was 13, I was 15 or something like that. We've been best friends since then. So that's why I always tell Dulcie she reminds me so much of her.
I love you, Sister Freedom, but Dot, do you have the 2 minute timer going or no?
So in other words, you need a Dulcinea
The
around
time
you.
is up. Yeah, she's right.
Everybody
Your
need a
time is up, Freedom.
Dulcinea.
The time and over.
I
Time is
love
over.
you though. I love you though, Sister Freedom.
No,
And
but I hope she understand what I'm saying. She don't carry herself like that. She don't carry herself like that.
Everybody need a Dulcinea, y'all.
But here, let me tell you before I hang up. But what
Everybody needs to snap a nail.
what
Really?
Dulcinea will do is if I'm mad at her,
It's
she'll
crazy.
find that shit on that computer though. She will find what's this. Okay, we're gonna find out where it is, but I ain't going with you. But I'm gonna find out where the bitch live at. Somebody mess that's Dulcinea. Remind me of a book.
okay, now it has to stop.
Oh shit!
I love you though, Sister Freedom. Let Top Cats tell me where I can sign up for boot camp.
You
Peace,
damn
Big
sure
T.
better ask Top Cats how to
Please.
get there. Because
Yeah.
if
Peace,
you
peace.
don't, I'm gonna
Peace,
have to
legendary.
Yes,
Peace to the panel. Peace to the panel.
Peace, peace,
Peace, Big
peace.
T.
I want to first
Peace, bro.
start out by saying,
That make
Dots, you ain't got to run. I thought you told me you were no runner, no track star.
oh,
Who I'm
And yeah,
running
as soon as
from?
I
No
came
running.
up here, ooh, that camera came out quick.
Top.
Fast
What
like
you?
flash.
Oh, you thought it was for you?
I mean,
The
I know
wild
it was for
Indian.
You
me.
thought it was
Come
for
on.
you,
I
baby?
don't want to put
Oh,
everybody in our business,
nah.
you know.
But
The wild Indians, boy.
mhm.
oh.
But Dosey, I went to go get a switch off the tree. Dosey,
He's gonna give you
first
a
round,
old
Dosey.
ass whooping.
Dosey, first round. Your third round was supposed to be your first round. Dosey, we talked about this, we went through it, and then I saw you run off with these other scholars who swear they scientific and oh come on now, man. Dosey, I told you how to do it. We talked about this. First round, we was gonna trap her ass, and you know what? She
Don't
left
give the
comments.
game, man.
She
Top.
left
Don't be giving the
comments
game
under the video, under my
Yeah.
video.
What?
Don't be
She
giving the
didn't
game
want
out.
that pressure. You're too nice, Dosey.
Too
Wasn't the
late.
time to be nice last night. It's
Too
time to kick some
goddamn
ass.
nice.
It's time to get some blood on our hand.
Get
Yeah.
some blood on her.
Yeah, in a real way. Dosey, you doing burpees and you running 8 miles. You drinking egg yolks like Rocky. Next time you're not finna be around all these niggas who faking like they know what they talking about. And in the debate, that shit didn't work. These niggas losing debates, they damn self.
Ain't no
Come
shit.
talk to me, and we gonna kill him. You seen the Paul was over there all in the comments talking about Top Cat don't help and all that. Listen to me. We already had it put together. First round, second round, third round. We was just gonna bring it all the way back home. But then y'all went 4 rounds. That was too much. Cause
Right.
I think that
Too
was too much. You know
Too
what I
much.
mean?
That's what Nisha
And I
said.
told you she didn't have enough information for 4 rounds. She
Hey, Top
talking.
Cat. Hey, legendary Top Cat. When Dulcinea came on your show and you and her was politicking on your show, you told her, hey, look, this right here, if she comes this way right here in the first round, boom, you can kill her right here. You already told her how, you
Right, and she
already
come and
saw
bring
it
the shit in
before
the
it even
third
happened.
round. Come
Right.
back
You
with it in the
told
second,
her.
third round.
Right.
We supposed to start it off right there because that's what she was so worried about. We knew she was gonna scream, "You're not on topic," but we was gonna let the information talk. How we
Right.
not on topic? We gonna go to the origins of it. Scientific racism is not a separate category. Scientific racism is the category that you are choosing to argue from.
The foundation of the tree, the root of the tree.
Exactly.
Yep.
And Dosey knew it because I asked her, what do that mean? And she told me, so she understood it.
She told you. I
But she
watched
went
that
and got
show.
in these other people face who be playing like they're a scholar and they be around here getting beat up.
Unless she really playing chess and she meant to just hold it back.
No. See, the hardest part is when you gonna organize how I'm gonna come. And I feel like she let Nepal get comfortable and she fought Nepal game. when we had a strategy that Nepal was
Right.
worried about.
Mm-hmm.
And you
Facts.
should have just
Facts.
attacked and kept on the route and talk that shit like you be talking. Fuck you, Bobby Banger. We need some of that energy.
Right. Right. That Dr. Longo and energy.
But I say, for now on, I'm the trainer. We don't need all these other niggas in the face because ain't nobody gonna remember them in 10 years.
So let
And
me be
have,
clear. We got Freedom who want to
Wait,
put in
let me
there
say
attack the
something really
eyebrows, and
quick.
Leo want
I
to feel
just
white
say
woman.
I
We got
agree
Trump
with the
telling you
third
going to run
round
again.
should have
You
been
throwing
the
eggs.
first round. I think a lot of people were saying that
Say
earlier
that.
too. I think Jay said that earlier too. A lot of people were saying start off
Yeah.
with the third round. That should have been the first round. And I think just reorganizing it would have been good as well. But I think I did take more of a teacher's approach and like trying to teach the information instead of really trying to bang it down her throat or so everybody could
Right.
get
That's
an
the
Slap her
understanding.
with
difference.
them
That's the difference between a
paragraphs. Right.
presentation
You
and a
gotta keep
debate.
nature. You
That
gotta keep
that
nature.
is definitely the difference between a debate and a presentation.
See,
That's what
everybody know
separates
when
the
I'm
All right.
two
upset.
right
So
there,
I'm ready
Dulcinea.
back.
yeah, the only thing we presenting is ass whooping. All right,
Come
period.
on.
And
all
she
right.
felt like she
Welcome.
had home court advantage, and she felt like it was a certain
Mm.
she can use her stage presence and all of it. And I feel like you should have objected. You object. Step back. You
I
feel me?
bet.
Either you the debater or you the host. You gonna have to pick a job tonight. You know what I mean? So nah. But it was cool though, and we
It
live and
was
learn.
cool
You'll be
though.
ready next time. That was too
Yeah.
long though. 4 rounds. The first time that happened was with me and Gorilla Hebrew. Gorilla Hebrew ran out of information in the 4 round. So he used 7 of his minutes pulling and piecing PowerPoints that he already had. And so toned it down 10 minutes, 3-minute rounds. I think that would have been better.
Right. Well, guess what?
And
Yeah.
the
Dulcinea
power
was
ran out of
still
information. The power was rambling. And so,
she. Dulcinea was still shaking hands and kissing babies.
Also, remember those I was saying,
What you say,
you
Nisha?
guys
What
be
you say,
doing your
Nisha?
first round.
It's such a stinger, that Scorpio. My
What you say, Nisha? Nisha, what did you
No,
say
I
this
was just
time?
saying Dulcinea
Oh my god.
she still won. She still was shaking hands and kissing babies.
like the president. Like
That
like
part.
the cancer. Like a cancer. They said.
Why I say this here, when they first started, when South first started this show, it was more people coming in saying Dosey won.
Yeah, I don't know
In the
how
beginning.
it's
But see,
done.
y'all still was doing y'all presentations and the questions, and really it was time to go. With my keys and my coat, it's time to go. But the people that were coming in were saying that Dosey won. But once the partner got on the panel, all that changed.
Yeah, I
No,
was like, what the
once the help came on the panel, that's when that after party, that's when really things really changed.
Mm,
the hell? That's
You
not
know what I
I
mean?
get it.
Yeah, you
That's
took a lot.
true.
Yeah.
Uh,
That energy change. That energy
yeah,
change. 100%
definitely.
right, OTK.
even
Yeah,
if it's doing it
my sister energy her energy just like she simmered down. She was already at medium mode because she didn't never get out of disrespect or no nothing. She ain't never talk out of turn or no nothing. And then when she tried to talk, they kept interrupting her. And she was like, "Well, damn, wow, I was being quiet when y'all talk. So why when I talk, y'all interrupting me? I mean, like, can I get my point off first?" And you know what I mean. And Dulcinea don't, you know what I mean. It's a plus. Y'all definitely elevated the level. What you think, Top Cat? Did they
Wait,
Oh,
Now we going,
Universal has been here
yeah,
waiting to say
universal
something.
one.
okay, yeah. I want to
Yeah,
ask somebody.
exactly.
Do y'all think that they raised the level bar of the bar of debating with women with
for
this
women.
Well,
debate?
Hello?
let
Let Universal
universal
get
one
his
go.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hey, Universal.
Good
Yeah.
evening.
How y'all, how lady, how this is doing, fellas?
Is that EB? So,
Mm-mm.
No, it's
Uh,
universal.
oh, I'm sorry.
no, yeah. Yeah, how y'all doing in the panel?
We
We
fine.
good. We good. Thanks for
We
asking.
good.
Yeah, yeah. Good evening, everybody.
Fine.
Um, yeah. I just wanted to comment about it was more of the after, I guess, the after the debate, the party, I guess. Um, and like I had a really big issue with that, the after debate, because the moderation for the current debate, it was good. The moderation was okay, but when the after debate came, all of a sudden the moderation was out, and the control of the panel was just not there, because Sana, he allowed it. Everybody was just over talking, mostly Dulcinea. They were just over talking her,
No, he was
and
trying to control it. Let's keep it real.
well, well,
Go ahead, finish speaking.
kind of, but like what I see that keeps on happening is, when it comes down to the after debates and even the pre discussions, like what tends to happen is when it involves black folks. I don't know what it is. Like there's just no control for some reason. But when the white man was on, Richard Carrier, and even the previous ones, they were allowed to talk and finish even if it was pseudo, they were allowed to finish like completely, and nobody argued them. There was no lashback. It was everyone was just quiet. The one where Richard Carrier was talking about Jesus. Sorry to get off topic, but nobody cut him off. Everyone was just so respectful. When it comes down to like black folks, when Jabari comes on, uh, everyone just calls him pseudo and they just attack him. Like this, I don't get it. During during the after debate, when Dulcinea was trying to speak,
Mm-hmm.
it was just so disrespectful. I was in the chat room, kind of attacking everyone that was attacking her, because it wasn't right. And Ankh came in there and just
I know. I knew you was gonna say that. I know just when you was talking about too. Yeah.
Ankh just came in there and just caused chaos. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Yeah, and in my opinion, I think that information is information, but the thing is, all of the theories, as the scholars say and the scientists say, it's not fact. It is just a theory, and that I think it's on the side of opinions. But you know for some reason it seems like one's own opinion is like superior to another's, and like it just doesn't, it's just not right the way things go about. That's just what I gotta say.
Mm, I agree.
I appreciate it. I think sometimes the audience does like it more rowdy. They like the whole back and forth. And when everybody's up there, I think that's why they try to keep it to a minimum. But then they sometimes too, because people tend to like that. People tend to like when they can watch their favorite people they want to get beat up, or so people could be like, oh yeah, I always knew that was right. So it didn't really bother me. I know
Yeah.
some people came up and I noticed it was like, we gonna cut them off as soon as they start talking or anything. I'm like, dang, that's messed up. But overall, I would say it
Yeah.
was like a normal. That's how they go back and forth at the after parties. I would say with everybody's feedback, I think it's really good. I definitely believe, three should have been one. I would have had the fourth round as my third round. And I know a lot of people are like 10 minutes, but there's a lot of information. It really is a lot of information. So, really going into it. But I think I did go in being more informational than clearly being like, oh, let me beat her up or anything like that. So, I would be diplomatic and be like, I lost for that
I,
aspect.
I, I think I think you won. That's just my opinion. because I don't think maybe other people might think their answer. I don't think my ancestors were primates. I disagree with that.
So why do you think she
But
won? I
but if
was
you
just about to ask you, who do you think won? Since you already
those
answered, why do you think she won? Go ahead.
I think Dulcinea won because her stance on the from the genetics perspective, I was looking more towards that because if we are just looking at the just the physical, you can't really tell much on the physical part. And I'm like I'm certain that the theory that a lot of people are subscribed to, that this evolution theory, like a majority of it is on lookership. You just looking, you look at a chimp, and for some reason they say, "Wow, they do the same thing as we do." How does so since they do the same thing that we do, and they carry their children on their hands, I guess, and they can walk upright sometimes, you know, so that equals that they're like,
One
I
second.
would say they are like us,
10,
but I
10
don't
seconds.
agree that we come from, huh?
10 seconds, okay?
Yeah.
You have 10 seconds left, babe.
Okay. Well, I just don't agree with my ancestors were primates. You know, I just
Mr.
don't agree
Well,
Good,
with that.
Anton.
thank you, Universal.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going
Hey.
on? What's going on? What's going on, brother Universal? And
Yeah.
OTK still in there? Top Cat
Mm-hmm.
still in
Yeah,
there?
no problem.
All right. Well, yeah, peace to the brothers. And if
Yeah,
and
peace,
and if
peace, champ.
Top Cat told you to do that Dulcinea, say that's your problem. I warned you. I told you. If Top Cat told you exactly how to ban, Top Cat is one of the top debaters. If he gave you that strategy, you stick to that strategy. He ain't been beat yet. Now, I would say, from the most part, the reason why I said before you was gonna win is based on what you did, which you won. And the one brother said earlier, he said it's easy. Napad takes the easy route in her debates. She's gonna take the popular topic and just ride with it. And that's pretty much what she did. And outside of that, you went outside the box. And like Top Cat said, scientific racism is science. And my thing is that when a melanated person uh, tries to debunk another melanated person coming in trying to implement the scientific racism in regards to how they was categorizing people, which they did. If your enemy, like we say, history versus our story, if somebody from the outside that has been at war with you for hundreds and thousands of years are the ones that's dictating the science and the information, how can any melanated person foundationally would approve of it and try to debate it? I mean, and the opening, right? Your opening should always touch on that because then you're touching on her credibility and her validity and her qualifications. Because there's always got to be a human aspect to this thing. We can't get too outside ourselves where we're all wrapped up in books and philosophers and scientists and things like that when we don't get to the human aspect of it. So, with that being said, you know, I'm just giving you something that I normally do in my debates. In my debates, I give the human aspect of things, give little people common sense, and then I go smash. So, you know, that is the most important thing. Now, outside of that, I sat and listened to the after party, and I didn't comment on purpose. Um, I did one comment, and I just made a joke talking about intellects and things like that. But her emotions prove that she lost. She was so emotional, and then she was trying so hard not to B, Nepal should die, where she's just embarrassing people and and just saying just random things, making people feel younger, you know, all that Sonetter. It's my
Wait a
turn to
minute, wait
talk.
a minute. Let's not do that. Hold on, let's
Huh?
not do that. What we gonna do is
My thing is,
wait a minute, Anton, can I
my
say
thing is
this?
this. My thing is
Because
this.
I don't want this
I'm
to
gonna
go
move.
like
I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna move on from that. I'm gonna move on from that. See me, you know what I'm saying? I'm an Aries too. You know what I'm saying? So I speak from my heart. I wear my shit on my sleeve.
mm,
And my thing is when you getting out here debating, and I'm gonna say this to you, Freedom. When you getting out here debating, you gotta check your feelings at the door. Now, my thing is this. If you look up the etymology of debate, it says fight. The
Fact.
etymology of debate means fight.
Drop the link, somebody.
So
Fact.
Peace on
the
them. Peace King. Drop the link, somebody.
I just
Peace,
did.
peace, peace. I
yes.
just wanted to come in because I've been
So let
peace,
me
y'all.
finish though. Let me
Wait a
finish though.
no, wait a minute, because I was gonna say something right after Anton got
Yeah,
done. Now,
let me finish.
okay.
Let me
Now
finish.
I'm gonna let Sonetta say whatever he's gonna say.
Yeah, let me
Yeah,
finish, and
peace,
then I'm
y'all.
gonna
I
hop
just
off.
wanted to
I'm gonna
say,
hop off.
I understand y'all got a lot of hate for my wife. I understand that.
No, no,
I
no,
Ain't
no,
see
no.
it.
nobody got
No,
no
no,
hate.
no,
Man,
no.
hold
Hold
on,
on,
Sonnet.
hold
Not what
on.
you
Let me
said.
talk. Don't
Man, knock it
come
off,
on.
man.
Let me talk. I understand that this is unscrambled minds, and y'all supposed to go with your girl. I'm not mad at that. But I was outside today. I was interviewing 10-year-olds with their daddy. You know, the daddy didn't know that they were primates, but the kids knew it. I'm gonna put the video up and they make y'all look shameful, man. These are kids. That's why I kept telling you, ask your kid, ask your child that's in school right now what they teach. One thing I want to say is that you can't win a debate if you don't answer questions. Nepal kept asking Dulcinea questions. One of the questions was, can you show me a source
That's not
from
even what
one of the
it's about.
scholars that say we are not primates? Dulcinea couldn't show that source. She kept asking her over and over. The topic was, are we primates? Show me one time where the Dulcinea showed that we are not
But
primates.
that's what see, this is the
What
situation.
Dulcinea showed
But
was
wait a minute though. At the same time, Sonetta, this is what we're over here doing. We're over here trying to tell Dulcinea the things that she should have done to for next
right, but I'm
time.
saying I'm listening to these nuts
Right.
come in here with these
But wait
stupid
a
shit
right, but
talking
I was
about.
already
Hold on,
addressed
let me
it.
finish. I ain't gonna be on long. I'm not. I promise you.
Hey, but look though, man, how
Um,
you gonna
Wait a
say
minute
somebody's
though.
talking about primates?
what I'm
I mean, how you
saying
gonna talk
is,
about primates when
Well,
somebody's talking
Yeah.
because I'm
no,
from
ready.
let
white
him
people
talk.
talking
Let him
about
talk.
this?
Let him talk.
No,
Anton.
let me talk. Let me
No,
It's
we're
all
talk.
not
right.
gonna do this. But
He jumped
that's
in front
not
of my
what this
conversation.
is
I wasn't
about.
even done.
But
I
this
wasn't even
Uh,
done.
right, but that's not what
It's
this
all
is
right.
about.
You can let him go. I'm
No,
good.
I
that's
mean, my
I'm
thing
not
is,
having
don't
that.
nobody
I'm
come
not
on
doing
his
that.
channel calling people nuts and all that shit. What are you talking about?
Man, you a
Wait a
fucking
minute.
nut, man. You sound
Man,
like a
See,
shut
nut,
your
man.
ass
Sarnetta
up, nigga.
and
Who the fuck is
Anton.
you, man?
I'm going to
You's a
put
nothing ass nigga,
wait a
man.
minute
Man,
because my
fuck
Fuck
you,
wife.
you talking
nigga.
to me, man. Fuck
Fuck
you,
you,
Wait a
nigga.
minute.
chump.
Let me pull you
You
Yeah,
down.
sound like
you's
a
a
That's not
chump,
bitch.
what
nigga.
this
Yeah,
You
You's
move
a
it
sound
right
like
bitch.
a
along. We're
bitch.
not doing
Yeah,
this.
you's a
Move it
bitch.
very
You sound
slow.
like a little
we're not
bitch,
doing
nigga.
Yeah,
this.
you.
Shut up.
I'm gonna remove you, Anton, because that's not
No,
what.
Anton was also being respectful. I think that also, Sonnet, I'm gonna be honest with you. This is Dots. This is just Sister Dots speaking. I'm gonna be real with you, okay? I'm gonna say this I think it's very insulting for anybody to assume that the only reason why we're voting or we're saying that Dulcinea won or what have you is because we're unscrambled minds. That's very insulting. Let's be very clear with that. I don't know how much of the conversation you've heard, Sa, but I
I
was
heard a
very
lot.
clear about the feedback and what. So I'm not going to stroke egos over here. I'm not doing that. So, like I said, we were asking the audience to come up, hit the link, share what they have to say. That's that. But to start the conversation with, I know a lot of people hate my wife. I think that that's a little bit moving the goalpost.
Someone else is coming up, Anton. I'm gonna
No,
drop you.
wait a minute. The
I have
thing
a
is
right. You have
because
a right to
nobody
share it.
over here hates
You have a
Nepal,
right
and
to
I
share
don't
it. And
appreciate
share it.
that because I definitely
It's not.
don't, and
No,
nobody hates
it's not right.
Nepal. I don't. I'm really upset about that because that ain't right. Now I was about to say something to you. Is that his name? Uni? I don't got my glasses on, so because we came together because of HOK. Sonetta, you already know that. Okay. So we are not going to sit over here and allow somebody to dog Nepal. That's not what we're going to do. And we're not going to allow nobody to dog you or HOK. That has never happened over here, ever.
I haven't
Never.
heard one person yet get up here and say, yo, we want to thank Nepal for taking this debate. Not you, for allowing this debate to go down, for giving
Then you
Dulcinea a
haven't
shot.
listened
giving-
to me saying that. You didn't
Exactly.
listen. You haven't listened to at least 15 minutes ago when I went on the rant and said I lost and everything. You didn't hear that, Sonetta, because you said you've been
No,
listening.
I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that.
Well, then that's 15 minutes ago at least.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear that. I
And if you
apologize. I
appreciate
apologize to y'all if I'm wrong. I apologize to y'all.
I don't like
But
this.
but
I don't
ain't no
like
way, ain't no way in hell I'm gonna sit
Me
back and let
either,
nobody
sis.
try to go in or dog.
No,
But
Well,
you're
like
not
I said, I
controlling how we
apologize.
talk either side. I want to be clear.
Okay, he
with that.
just said he
I'm no
apologized.
one's
We're not going to do this.
I'm no
We're
one's
not
puppet.
going to go
Stop
back.
doing that.
We're not going to go
Robert,
back and
doing
forth.
that.
Hold on, we're not going back and forth. Let people
No,
talk.
we're not doing
It's
all
still,
that.
Yeah,
no,
y'all
no,
getting
back
too
and
emotional.
forth.
Y'all
Just
getting too
freedom.
emotional.
I'm
Just
getting
freedom.
emotional.
And just let
I'm
people talk.
getting
No one's gonna go. No one's gonna go
Hey,
outline. Just
hey,
stop.
hold
Just
on,
go.
hold on. Let me remove myself because y'all getting emotional. I'm gonna let
No,
y'all
you
finish
don't
doing
have
y'all
to.
thing.
I'm gonna go too. I just came up here to say, listen, I just want to say this real quick before you go, Senator. It's great that you guys are going over critiquing the debate, and I know my husband feels this way, and so does Robin. So does Robin. People can't come up here like that. Brother was not respectful. He was talking about my marriage and my
And
husband would
that's
have a
why
right
I
to
hit
come
the
in.
link. That's why I
Yeah, we
hit the
don't
link.
mind. Yes, exactly. So I know Dulcinea and Robin are cool. All the sisters up here, you say what you want to say about the debate, even about how I behaved in the debate. But when he starts trying to talk about me, that's why my husband hit the panel. And Robin understands that. So anyway, just peace. This is my first time up here. But yeah, thanks for being in the debate,
This show
Dulcinea.
people hold on, we allow people, we give people the opportunity to come up here and say whatever. It was not, and if you was listening to the whole thing, even people in the chat telling y'all nobody got disrespectful. So
no.
if you took it like that, then that's just what it is. But we allow for people to come in and speak how they want to speak.
Okay,
At the
well, that's
same time, wait a minute,
understandable.
hold up.
Got it.
At the same
Got it.
time, hold on, Nepal. At the same time, there's several times, and Sachi is in the chat right now. There are several times that we've had to check people at the door if they say anything negative about you and or Sonetta.
Fact.
Okay.
Now,
And
Well,
let's
well,
let's
that's
That's
now,
all right.
hold on,
okay,
Nepal.
Well,
Hold
can
and
I
on.
say
at
one
this
thing
point,
too?
let me just say, let me finish out. Let me finish out. So therefore, I'm just saying because women are off or not even allowed to be disrespected in the chat. And I got something that I post every time. When you want to keep your chats and say what you want, but to keep it from being a conflict, and women are not allowed inside of that conflict. So because y'all know how I am about disrespect when it comes to having your chats. So with that being said, I don't have to say anything else about that
Let
because
me say this real quick. The only thing what I be hearing a lot, right, is y'all keep talking about Nepal's attitude in the build. Number one,
I've
it's
never
a
said anything
debate,
about that.
family. It's a debate. We're supposed to come in like so nice and sweet. No, it's the toughest environment to be in. Dulcinea knows that.
But who's y'all? Because I sat up
Not,
here and
not,
said,
no, listen,
let
not
other
you. If it
people
ain't
come
you, I'm
in.
not talking about you, Freedom.
That's
But
what
I've
I
been
was
hearing
gonna
so
say.
many people say that. So many
And
people kept
that's what I was
saying,
gonna say,
so
Sonetta.
hold up,
And
but so many people kept saying, "Oh, Nepal came in and she was rude." No, she was not. She was strong. You mean to tell me that you can look at Dr. Ali Muhammad and Brother Jabari debate, and you're gonna say that y'all didn't say anything about them two, and they was way worse than Dulcinea and
I
Nepal.
even was thinking about
That's right.
Way worse than that. When you look at Unc and these men debate, they way emotional.
well,
Way
I was
worse
definitely
than
going to say something
Dulcinea
about that.
and
But we get
Nepal.
an
But the
opportunity.
minute Nepal get in there and do her thing, y'all all not all of y'all here. I'm just saying people say that crazy stuff. That's all I'm saying.
And I predicted that.
She's supposed to be on the attack. That's what she's supposed to be. That's a debate. Dulcinea is supposed to be on the attack. That's what she's supposed to do.
Okay, but I'm still saying, okay, we, as Sakina said, we don't allow that over here because we're not the type of people that we don't know where we came from. So we don't allow that over here. Even if somebody did try to say something about Nepal, she didn't really never have to come up here. And you really never had to come because guess what? Y'all both got control that you could just flip them out. So I'm just saying,
What?
nobody on this panel,
I'm so confused. I'm
nobody
so
on this
I'm
panel
confused.
I'm so confused.
Well, can I say, mind if I say something?
I'm talking, I'm being interrupted.
Go ahead.
If you can't allow me to talk, then y'all got to put yourself on mute while I'm talking if you want to say stuff because I'm trying to talk. Okay. We don't allow that over here. Nobody allows that. And I even told Nepal, if you got a problem with anything that's being said, you can come up on the panel and say whatever you need to say. Because it was you and Dulcinea debating, not all of us. We only critiquing it. And I'm going to say, well, I don't agree. Okay. But we just critiquing. And people are going to say how they felt, how it was going. But I don't think it was to truly disrespect. But I'm going to say this to Oni. I don't know if he's still up here. Is that his name? I really didn't like the comments about, because see, I'm very pro
It wasn't
black.
Uni. It wasn't Uni that said anything.
No, I called her and told him he was saying we cater to white people. He said we catered. He said we cater to white people.
I thought you were talking about the other stuff. I'm sorry.
No. I had said to Robin, everything that's being said is fine up until this last dude who's got a problem with me. I don't even know. He's a weirdo, this Anton guy. And then the guy before him is like, oh, they were catering to white people. And so, that has nothing to do with the debate. So, and I think we made it clear. I told Sonetter before the debate, this is the HOK. And I am one of the very few women that debate. And Dulcinea knows this very well. When you go in the ring, you got to be tough. That's how the environment is. We say we don't want to be like white people. We don't debate like the white scholars on the white channels and the white official debates. You come in strong. You get it in. There's been ad hom thrown here and there. I didn't do any ad homs, but if Dulcinea feels I did, okay. She called me a liar. I said something to her that she didn't have any sources. We kept it banging. We did a good debate. All these men who are just thirsty, because there's a bunch of beautiful women around. Oh, Dulcinea, she was so much decorum, baby, and she was a big black monster coming for you. Nigga, please. Dulcinea can bang just as hard, and as you saw at an after party, she was getting it in. Now, as far as what other things about the debate, you can have your opinion, but I take issue with these people coming in saying, like Senator said, oh, there was no decorum, and they're really playing my sister out to be 1,000. See, they think see, let me tell you about these chauvinistic men. They want to keep telling Dulcinea, you had decorum. Oh, that's how sisters are supposed to come in and debate. Just be soft. And Top Cat told her the truth. Next time you debate me, come in banging. I'll be okay, just like last night. I love you just the same. We went in, we went hard, we said things, and then we left. All this stuff about your decorum, that's not going to get you anywhere in an HOK debate, baby. And you got what it takes, Dulcinea. Save all that decorum thing for as y'all say you don't like white people. Save it for the white debates. Now, I love my sister, but letting this Negro come up here and act like, oh, and then did you see how she was treating her husband? Don't ever talk about me and my husband. Don't ever talk about me and my husband. Check. Now, go ahead. I'll mute out.
Okay,
all
but
right, can I ask a question?
No, I don't want
it was my debate, y'all. Y'all gotta let me talk. It was
That's what I said. That's what I was saying.
Y'all gotta let me talk. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
but
I
do agree as far as as with Nisha, we do let people come up here as far as that, and then people are opinionated about what they would say. I think you guys came up prematurely just to be defensive when Sister Freedom was going to handle it, and then I was actually just going to say I hate this whole narrative, this broken wing. Oh, I'm a poor little Robin or poor little thing.
Thank you.
I hate that narrative. I wanted you to be that way, and I respect it. Like I said, I did say a couple minutes ago that this was a debate that was taken. I was just like, hey, give me a chance. It would have been a debate not going through, and Sonetta and Nepal gave me a chance and was like, yeah, come through and debate it if you're really willing to do that. So I'm very appreciative of that. And I said that's nothing but respect for that. But yeah, just the excuses to be like, oh, it's this decorum or anything like that. I don't see anything different from Nepal debating anybody else. I see that as what people like that Nepal does. And I would have actually been upset if she didn't do what she always does in debates.
And that's why I love you, Dulcinea. Don't let these,
Follow up
especially
real
the
quick.
men, don't let these
Can
men
I
get
say
in your
something real
head.
quick, please? Can I just say
Yeah,
something real
go,
quick?
go ahead, but this isn't the first, like you said, Dulcinea, this is the first time people saw me debate. Like, come on.
Can I just say
Yes,
something real
go
quick?
ahead.
So yeah, I think the premature comment is really purposeful, but I want to be clear. Anton Ya is one of our day ones, right? And he's been very supportive. I think I'm very uncomfortable if in fact me being a part of Unscrambled Minds means that I have to filter what these people say in this chat, then I'm going to walk away gracefully because no one controls that.
Yes.
Anton Ya,
Me
No,
too.
you can't talk about my marriage.
excuse me.
Me too.
Anton Ya
You
was
can't
not.
talk about my marriage.
No,
Excuse
I
me.
don't care because what you do a
I
lot
know
is
you don't, but I do. That's why
I'm
I'm up
glad you
here.
know that. You don't
And
run
I'm up
nothing
here
over here.
because you don't care.
You
What
run
I
Because you
nothing
don't
over
care.
here.
Because you don't
Antonio,
care. You don't care.
you can say what you
wait.
want to say.
He can't talk
God,
about my marriage.
don't stop.
If being part of Unscrambled
I'm glad
Minds
y'all
means
letting it
that
out.
you
See,
have
I
to play
proved it.
nice, then
You
I
Tell
proved
it,
it
need
that
baby.
you
y'all
to
don't
ain't
like her.
nobody
You
controlling
proved
Yes.
it,
nothing
Dots,
over
that you
here.
don't fucking like her,
Yes.
Dots. Fuck
Yes.
y'all. Fuck you, Dots, with
You
that
Yes.
mind your
bullshit.
business,
For
son.
But
You
hey,
what?
mind your
If
Sonetta,
she
you
business.
know
don't
what's
like
really
us,
crazy?
God,
Mind your business.
Dots, fuck
Hey,
you.
Respectfully,
yeah,
How would
let
you
your
gonna
man
say
say
yeah,
you
what he
don't
want
you
to
don't
talk.
care
don't
about
like her.
somebody else's
Give me a
marriage?
break.
How you gonna
yeah.
say you don't
Hey,
care about
hey,
somebody
hey,
else's
hey.
marriage? What
Wait
the
a minute.
fuck you
Wait a
talking
That's
minute.
about?
uncomfortable
Dots,
because you know
Dots,
why?
We
We're
wouldn't let
Dots.
not
nobody
You don't
disrespect
have
appreciated.
to
y'all
lay
on
all
our
on
We're
her.
fucking
not on the
channel.
Unnecessary.
mod,
You
man.
didn't
Stop
have to say say
screaming.
that.
Stop
It
screaming.
was
We're not doing that.
unnecessary.
But this is
Yo,
what I'm telling
yo,
you is
for real,
nobody was being
Dots, Dots,
disrespectful. No
Dots,
one was being
All you did
Dots,
was
disrespectful.
prove your
Not one
fucking hate.
person.
That's
Dots.
it.
And then
And I'm
you're
Wait a minute,
glad
throwing
you
wait a
did
here
it.
minute,
and you're
wait a minute,
throwing
wait a
like,
minute. I'm gonna have to
oh,
be.
my wife.
I'm gonna have to
Oh,
do this.
my
I
husband.
don't
Like
want
what?
to. But Dots,
Nobody. Come
that was
on.
so
Don't say but
unnecessary.
that's freedom.
Dots, you
I'm
still,
a
and I'm
grown
asking you
woman.
to let it No, go. it wasn't.
Give me a break.
You
Oh
just
my
showed your
God.
hate, Dots. You just showed you hate it.
Stop
You
Damn.
don't
talking
Sonetta,
even
nice,
care. You
huh?
said you don't
I
Oh
care
my
about
support
God.
you.
what
I've been a
somebody
member
say
of
about our
HOK for a
marriage.
very long time. You can say
Dots,
what
Yo,
you
are you
Nepal,
want.
let's
a
go.
minute?
Fine.
Nepal,
Hey,
get
All
your
Not
right,
shit
doing that.
together.
peace, peace,
Not
Peace.
Robin,
controlling
peace,
like
Dulcinea,
this.
peace,
You're not
Sakina.
controlling nothing
All
over
right,
here. That's it. That's all.
Dots,
Period. And if it
that was
means that
not,
people like
no,
Anton Ya,
you need to
who's been
have a meeting
supportive
after No,
since
this.
day
This
one,
was
can't wait
no.
to defeat me,
No,
then I
you didn't
can
have to
leave
say none of
gracefully.
that.
Ain't
It
nobody
wasn't
controlling
necessary.
shit over here.
Dots, you still
Gotta
doing
learn
it.
how to control, please.
Some shit was not necessary.
All that goddamn shade.
No, it was very necessary.
It's
It was
very
very
Freedom.
necessary.
You gotta be. Come
It
on, man.
is. I 100% agree with that. Very necessary.
I'm not doing this.
This shit
Nobody
is so
controlling what we
fucked
say.
up. But
Hold
going
on,
back
Sister
to what
Freedom.
I
Let me
just
say
said,
something.
I don't want to go back and forth. And right after you start something so we can go back and forth. Come on now.
Let
Well, then
me
address
say,
the
but
root of
hold
the
up,
problem,
Sister Freedom.
Freedom.
Let me say it. Let me continue with my diplomacy. And y'all, okay, so there's rightness in everything that everybody's saying, right? That's why I said the whole that it was
It
premature
was not
because they
necessary.
didn't let us take care
Oh,
of it, which it would have just been taken care of just been like, hey, that was too far where you went too far. The other portion that Aton said there was no problem of what he said up to the point where he started getting personal, which we would have
which
nipped in the
I
bud.
was trying
And
to
that's
say
what I
don't, but
We
before I could
always
do
check
that,
that. We always check that. But what I
but
don't
you
like.
but that you could let Dots.
Freedom,
Seriously.
no,
You
you're not.
didn't.
So,
No, 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 no.
you're not
This
shutting
did
it
not
down.
have to
That's
go
not
this
happening.
way. Okay, every time I say something,
No, you interrupted.
every fucking time I say something, you interrupt me.
Freedom, you're interrupting.
No,
And
I'm not.
you
You're
need to calm down.
interrupting. That's I'm dead fucking serious.
You
Well,
need to
it,
calm
it
down.
was
You
it
are
was
interrupting
it's
me.
actually truthfully both of y'all because I was still on my
Damn.
diplomacy.
Every
So
time I
let me
say something,
Calm
let
down.
me finish my
it was
diplomacy.
not
y'all.
necessary. Not. Because
Hold
once
on.
things start getting
Just
personal,
the freedom. Just the freedom. Let me
once
speak.
things start getting personal,
Just the
that's
freedom. Let
when I'm
me
not with it.
speak. Let me speak. Because this is
so
where it gets messed up. This is where it gets messed up for Dulcinea, right? All of you guys are arguing and stuff and very emotional, like y'all are the ones that debated. And it ends up being like, why is it turning into all this just from a debate? And a debate that y'all didn't take. It's a debate that I took. But I will say, as far as it, that everybody has the right to their opinion. It's one thing that when it goes too far, we always are going to nip that in the bud on Unscrambled Minds. It never has to be a thing like, oh, kick this person off. Don't let this person say certain things or anything like that, because we're always going to handle it. We always do. But I don't want it to end up being like a thing where we're going back and forth about it. Why? There's a lot. I think someone said a great thing in the chat. They were saying, and it was Jay, and I hope you come up, Jay. It's like, it's been good. We've been talking about critiquing all day, and that's this whole thing has been all day. And it's really been like critiquing me, which I thought was great. So I don't want that to change. I don't want the narrative to change. I don't want anything like that as far as it to be like, oh, this is so sad. Dulcinea was so beaten up. Everybody had to cry on her behalf. I'm just saying, as far as that, the narrative that can be pushed when we were really just having a good conversation before all of that happened.
Listen, anyway. I'm gonna say this,
but that wasn't the reason why.
I know it's not. I know.
At the same time, if it starts getting personal, it has to be fixed now. Because Dots, seriously, when she said to you, the man was talking about me and my wife, me and my husband. You're not supposed to say I don't care, because that is personal.
No, you can't tell Doc what.
No. Yes, that is personal.
Okay, can we talk about this part after the stream and before Renegade Jay starts talking? And
that is personal.
But let's finish this conversation off and let's go back to what was happening, which was critiquing Dulcinea.
Listen.
I'm not going to say that that's
freedom. I swear to
no. Not going to say that you can't.
Freedom, you're not telling me no. I'm not freedom.
I know you're not, but I want to finish.
I would like to finish what I had to say. No, you started.
No, you're not going to talk over me.
Freedom, you stop and you put. Freedom, relax.
No, I don't have to relax.
All right, you know what? This is what we're gonna do, y'all. This is what we're gonna do. This is what Dot's gonna do.
Dot, you still talking? You not that me?
Yeah, I am. Because you know why? I'm gonna tell you why. Okay.
Go right ahead.
Let me be very clear. First of all, there was nothing personal that Dot said.
What I didn't say was you said.
You excuse me.
You interrupted me.
I said that. Excuse me, and I'm gonna stand on this. I'm going to stand on this. What I don't like, and I want to be clear, if being on Unscrambled Minds means that people cannot have an opinion, even if it sounds opposite of what Sam may want to feel or Napam may want to feel, let me know now, because then I can exit.
Okay.
No, I am not. That's my point. That is my point. Now, number two, I am not a disrespectful person, and y'all know that. Every time that we go live, every time, you know my character. What we not doing is putting that shit on me. And I'm going to say it again. If being a part of Unscrambled Minds means that my fucking voice is muted, that I have to worry about what other people have to say in fear of, I support Sarnetta TV before Napam. I support Sarnetta TV with Napam. Period. That's him to decide. But what you won't do is control what we have over here. We were having a good discussion. We were giving feedback. I didn't think nobody said anything disrespectful. And I think it was really jumping out the window to come in like as if they're trying to like say as if like, oh, why would y'all let Anton Yah, that nut ass nigga? No, Anton Yah is not a nut ass nigga. Anton Yah had an opinion and he expressed it. And he wasn't being disrespectful. Anton Yah is in here every time we go live.
It wasn't Anton.
That's who Sal was addressing. And that's who you dropped down.
I dropped him down because I didn't want him inside Netted to go back and forth. I didn't want him inside Netted to go back and forth. I'm not saying that you cannot have your opinion, but when Nepal said,
yeah,
you're not even going, okay.
It is what it is.
You keep saying stuff every time I try to say something.
It's freedom.
Okay, or it is what it is, and I'm still listen.
It is
every time I say something, you say something else, and it is irritating me.
Okay.
What I am saying is okay. What I'm saying.
Okay, y'all. Let me go. Let me go.
Girl, you said
where's she going?
Okay, she gone. We don't need to discuss her if she gone. So go ahead, Jay. Real talk.
I'm still going to say I'm gonna discuss it because it was referred to me. I'm saying that if somebody's talking about somebody's husband or wife, that's when the situation does get personal. It does get personal. And some stuff was said that had nothing to do with the debate about the white man and you respecting the white man. And when black people come on, it's treated differently. And that had nothing to do with debate. We were supposed to be critiquing Dulcinea and speaking about the debate. Now, this just went haywire out the blue. I'm not saying that you or Dots or anybody can't give their opinion on something. But if it's getting personal, I would expect y'all to say, well, we're not going to talk about that. That's not what we're going to do. We're not talking.
I have to jump in here because Universal said nothing wrong. He said nothing, absolutely nothing wrong. That is not disrespectful to be like, oh, this is white people. White people are respected. I don't like this. That was his opinion. So if someone can't take that, that's just being really emotional. That's being like, oh, I can't even take any constructive criticism or anything. He has a right to that opinion. Like we said, Anton went too far. We all said that. We didn't even get a chance. We didn't. Not we all. Some of us. But we didn't even get a chance to even respond before everybody was yelling or anything like that. But just like his opinion of being like, oh, white people and all is someone else's opinion of me being dumb. How come I'm okay with that? How come I can take that?
Okay.
How come it's not something that I'm even going back and forth about? Like it's crazy that it's hold on. I'm not done talking, Sister Freedom.
You just
went on with Dots, and I'm saying as far as listen to what I'm saying first. We're taking this way too far, and that's what's being said. And even what Dots is saying is true. If it's universal, can't even say, "Oh, I feel like this is what goes on, and I don't like this." Then what are we doing here? We can't even have an opinion until we get a check first. So no, there has to be some mediation to know we're unscrambled minds. People can have opinions. When people actually get too far and disrespect people, like bringing in their marriage, bringing in their children, that's when we got to be like, hold up, that's too far. That's too far, which I agree with you, Sister Freedom. But when it's just, oh, anyone, and you can't even bring up, oh, well, why is it that this is happening? And I didn't like the after party, and I thought this can go a certain way, and you think that's too disrespectful, then yes, we all need to walk away because we all say way more disrespectful things.
Are you done?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know where that last part came from, but again start to say exactly what I'm saying. What I'm saying is when we were supposed to be critiquing and talking about the debate. Am I correct about that? Am I correct?
Everybody was supposed to have the right to come in and say who they
No,
thought they won and
right.
who was right and
That's the yes
what
or
they
no.
could. That was how this starting out was, that everybody had the right to come up here and say who won and what was their opinion on why.
Okay, so but when you come in and you say stuff like, well, black people act like this, act like that, but when white people come on the channel, they're not treated like this, they're not treated like that, they're not treated like this. That is kind of a
No,
punch in the stomach
Can I?
to me.
Can I?
Well, they're
Uh,
gonna comments like that. Hold on, before Universal, what Dot is saying, what Nisha's saying, what I'm saying, am saying is comments like that. If that's too far, you need to let us know now, because
Okay,
comments like that are gonna happen. That's not too
that
far
would
for
have
us.
offended anybody.
no.
That's
Oh,
what I'm saying.
like what? Right? No, it would have offended you. It wouldn't have offended anybody.
can
Okay,
I?
well, maybe it's how I am. I don't know,
Yeah.
but
Can
that's
I?
what made Sonetta upset, or one of them was upset
Yeah. Can
about it.
I?
Go ahead, Uni.
Yeah. I actually did a comment on the debate, but I just added that part as well. And it's not if I need to clarify it, I'm just saying based off of what I've seen, the differences between when white people are coming, even if it's pseudo stuff that
This
they're
is
talking about.
right, as far as I'm
What
concerned.
I was saying was that it's a lot of differences that's happening. This is why I brought up the Jabari. When Jabari comes on, everyone's calling him pseudo and making fun of him, which is hey, that's what's happening. But when the other dude came on, you can look at the chat. Everybody's just so respectful.
I just wanted to
I'm just saying the differences
Let
that
him
I see.
finish, because
You
then
know,
I'll get
I'm just,
to him.
I'm just saying the differences that I see. It's more. It's like it's unbalanced. It's like an unbalanced scale. That's just all. But that's just my opinion. I mean, if that's wrong, then I don't think that I should be
okay.
And
speaking. I
Universal,
guess.
I don't think you're wrong for your opinion. I think people need to go ahead and just put on their big boy drawers, put on their big girl panties, because when Unc was talking about me, he said I put on eyelashes, I put on a wig, I brushed my teeth, I put on a whole different outfit. I was respectful of Mr. Jamie. I was like Mr. Jamie this, Mr. Jamie that, because he was white. And I have a respect for white people all of a sudden, according to Unc. And did I cry about him saying it? No. So I expect the same. If it's the toughest environment to be in, then if someone has an opinion like that, I expect them to act like it's the toughest environment to be in.
Now drop a bomb on that.
Hey, you know what? Those today I agree, because the
Well,
same way. Hold on, Frida. Let me say it real quick. The
sorry.
same way that gets said in response to certain things, you can say that to address certain things as well. So we do always hear this is the toughest environment, but if it's the toughest environment, that shouldn't only be the case when you're punching me. When I punch you back, it should still be the toughest environment, right? So, and let me just say my piece real quick. I ain't trying to contribute to anything. I just want to be honest. Dulcinea, I absolutely did love your decorum. It was very important for me because I think you have the attitude of a champion, win or lose. Right? When you said you lost, I typed in the chat, stop that pity party shit, because you not a loser. You got the attitude of a winner. You have the decorum of a winner. You know what I'm saying? So the way you just went about the debate, some people can't actually appreciate it, whether they agree with you or disagree with you. They still respect the way that you carried yourself, the way you disseminated the information, the way you paced yourself, the way just your style in general, right? Sometimes we're a fan of people's style. There might be an artist who is trash, but we like their style. We might disagree with the things they say, but we like their style. So we like them anyway. So that's all I think was getting addressed as far as the decorum part. And I even heard Reggie start off yesterday. He was the first one to commend Dulcinea's decorum before anybody. Before anybody. You know what I'm saying? But I don't really think it's a man thing. Like I think as men, we were trying to support you, Dulcinea. I said it on our stream. Personally, I thought Nepal's third round was the best round, and it did it for me as far as the debate. Do I have a stake in the fight? I wanted you to win. I was rooting for you, but there was a lot of things I thought you could have did better, and you sat there for hours and listened to us critique you. You know what I mean? So we didn't all just get behind Dulcinea and said she won. Some of us said she did. Some of us said she didn't. I personally would not lie to her and say I think she won a debate. I wouldn't do that. Do I think she's a loser? No. But I just want to give you props just for the way you're handling things. You're not the one who's angry here. You're not upset. You're not emotional. To me, it sounds like you chilling. You sound like you're in good spirits. And if there was an opportunity to get a round two, you would be down to do round two or part two. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know where all the drama is coming from. I think we should be able to give you your props and say positive things as well as give you your criticism because you're taking both. Ain't nobody out here sugarcoating nothing for Dulcinea at all. So last thing I'll say is there seems to be like an atmosphere where people can't express certain things. And I don't think that's fair. And in defense of Dots, when she said, I don't care, I don't think she meant to, like, I don't care about your marriage. I think she was kind of saying, I don't care right now because I'm speaking and you're interjecting. Therefore, I don't care what you got to say. Just to be fair, that's what I felt. So I'll leave it there, man. I want to congratulate you. I supported the debate. I bought my ticket. I watched the whole thing. And here we are. I don't really see what the issue is, why it got to be going in this direction. For what?
Are you the guy who recorded the debate without our permission and played it on your channel today?
Here we go. So y'all see the
No,
energy,
my
right?
husband wants to know. It's not the energy.
Well, okay, yeah,
My
I could
husband.
address that. So what I did
Thank
was,
you.
right?
Can you do that, please?
So since people want to go on the attack and I'm in the arena,
See,
let's
I'm
address
attacking
it.
him, y'all, because I asked him a question. I'm attacking him. This is what the white man does. How did I attack you by asking you that question?
There's some corny shit, yo. All right, y'all. Peace out. Y'all have a good night. I
No,
ain't
you
even
still,
entertaining
so I'm never
this
going to
shit.
flag your channel if you don't take that down,
Flag
right?
it. I don't give a fuck. Do it. Who's
Oh,
scared? Like
but
y'all not
I'm
It's
ghetto.
intimidating
already
nobody.
down, and it's
Right,
already
and it's
down.
already down. So shut
Yeah,
up.
yeah, yo, he's really composed. Great, great,
All
great.
right, deuces, y'all. Y'all have a
Yeah,
Let,
good
great
night because I'm not
composure.
about to be
Peace,
bullied.
Jay.
Y'all could
Let
get
me
He
bullied.
say,
just,
let me say
Peace
yeah,
one
out.
thing because
peace, Jay, because he
because
could curse me out.
the white
Go
people
ahead, peace.
promise
Say your question.
the point of the thing. I know, Nisha,
You
you go
cheating.
next, but I'm saying the
Hey,
white
Robin,
people
Wait
I just hit
promise
the
the
panel.
white people promise something.
Wait
No,
a
no,
minute,
no, no, no.
Nepal.
Let me
Nepal. Let me speak to Nepal, please. Nepal,
no.
Thank you very much.
After I finish speaking, and then it'll be really
that
quick.
wasn't necessary, Nepal.
After I finish
Go ahead,
speaking,
get
and
it
then
over
it
It
with.
will.
was
Yes,
necessary.
Why
because
you
then
keep
it'll
saying
go.
after you? I can talk.
Okay, I know. So let me just finish what I was saying.
Wow.
Okay,
Yeah, there's a lot
the
of
white
composure
people
up here.
thing that happens all the time in the
A
environment.
lot of composure up here.
We can't act like that doesn't happen. But let me be
Mm-hmm.
clear that we said that it was dead wrong when someone is bringing up people's marriages or anything. No one's trying to debate. Oh, people should be able to
I
say
didn't come up here for
anything that
that.
they want. Okay, and
Mm-hmm.
I agreed with you, Nepal, as far as what other people are saying, and I'll say even to Renegade J, I did say everything today because my point was I did win in teaching, but I can say I lost the debate because it was supposed to be a certain way. It was supposed to be organized a certain way. So I don't mind the critiques that are happening. The only thing that people were saying is like, to what extent is it that people will not be able to say what they want to say? It's okay as far as to say no one should get to disrespect my marriage. No one should get to to attack me or anything like that. It's another thing to say that people can't have an opinion that I don't like. People can't bring up white people. And I'm sorry, when I've been on the channel, Unc was like, I'm about to go because I don't speak to ignorant people. And when I came in, but why even be upset about it? Just like let it fly, let him finish it, and so he can go. Or I don't get what's
Okay.
point in being like everyone had
All
had
right.
an
Well,
issue
you
with
know,
it.
To
do
me,
you
I'm gonna
mind
be
if I speak?
in there
I
because
mean, you're up here all the time. I just wanted to say something and go. I mean, I didn't come up here to argue.
but you didn't.
No, I would like to say something and leave. I mean, I'm not trying to go back and forth. I do want to make this clear. Sonetter, yes, Robin knows that Sonetter is her brother, her sister. I mean, her brother. He loves her. I love Robin, and she started on Scramble Minds. Just Robin. This is her
Why are you still
baby.
doing them,
And
Paul?
Robin, I'm trying to. I see, but I don't have composure. And Robin worked hard to build this channel. I'm getting to a point here. Wow, this is how it always is. But I'm the one that doesn't have composure. Robin worked hard to build this channel, and we back her 100%. First, I saw Netter back, and Robin knows that. And so I get it. You have your thing that you do on Unscrambled Minds, but if Robin doesn't that somebody about a friend of hers, then I would say forget about if you don't want to respect us, respect Robin. And all I want to say is this: you guys have a great show over here. You do your opinion, but Son Netter has never once let anybody disrespect his sister over here, and he won't, and he still won't. So yes, there are people who are disrespectful, but don't forget, Unscrambled Minds is HOK, meaning Robin. Robin, y'all are under the tree of Robin. Let me finish, Nisha, and then you could say whatever you like. You need, from what I see, I've told Robin this. I'm gonna say it to you right here in public. I know this is a whole forum of women, but you need to show her some respect when she's trying to ask you to be quiet. You need to remember who started this channel, just like you need to remember who started this channel. How
First
you
of
got
all,
got
who
the
you
channel.
checking? Who you checking?
Sister, no, can
Who
I
you
finish
checking?
speaking? Look, I
No,
wasn't even talking to you. I wasn't even talking to you. Well, see, but I thought I don't have composure. I thought I interrupt. See, I
no,
don't
I
mind. People get
don't
upset.
know me.
Ma'am,
Oh,
ma'am,
fuck
ma'am,
me.
ma'am, please let me finish. All I'm saying is Robin is HOK, and Robin is our friend. This is Unscrambled Minds. It started on Robin's channel, and then Robin worked with Sonetter to do it with her. And we're always going to be Robin's friend. We're always going to work with Robin. But this isn't, I don't want to hear about, we should be able to sit over here and people can come over here and talk. We don't roll like that in the HOK. And Robin has also, she has displayed, she will never talk to anybody who disrespects us. Never. Now, if y'all want to sit back and let people talk about people
Y'all
and
disrespect
marriages,
each other.
ma'am,
Y'all want to keep
ma'am,
real on
there you
here?
go, ma'am,
Y'all
ma'am,
disrespect each other.
ma'am, ma'am. I don't know. I don't even know you, Nisha. I don't know why you're going there. All I'm saying is, if you don't have any respect for me, please respect your sister who made this channel up and who is HOK. Remember that. All right, peace to the darkest minds of the light. Peace and love, Nisha.
Okay. Ugh. That's why I asked you to let me say something, Dulcinea. Now I'm not gonna get a chance to say anything. This is such bullshit tonight.
Hmm.
This is such bullshit.
Hmm.
This is such bullshit. I cannot believe this happened.
Y'all want to go ahead and kill the show, or we gonna keep going?
Well, let me keep going because I was doing a good job. I had to pat myself on the back.
I wanted to say
so
something too.
so I want to again before we go into this, we're gonna go back and we're gonna get back to what was actually happening before all this bullshit happened. So I want to say something specifically as far as to what Top Cat said and what Dot said about the reorganization, right? So if I had started with the third round, when I got to the missing link and it being the pygmy, I think that would have been more powerful. And I wanted to ask y'all's opinion on that because you guys remember when I showed the pygmy in the cage and it said it was the missing link, right? They said that the pygmy was the missing link in between understanding, or between the primates, as far as how we evolved into Homo sapiens sapiens. Everybody with me so far? Nisha, you with me? Okay. So I feel like if I started with the third, that which I've been trying to say for an hour, um, that would have been really good to go as far as once it got to it, because then that would have happened in the second or third round, and I think it would have been more powerful. And what Dots was saying about jabs, of being like, this is the point of it, this is what I'm saying with it, more than everyone feeling like I never got those jabs in. I didn't show like, hey, this is all being made up because they're trying to do this particular narrative. What were you going to say, Nitro? But please just allow it to be about the debate.
Uh, all right. Uh, it's kind of hard to do that after that just happened. I ain't even gonna cap. I'm not,
I know, but please.
I'm
Hey,
not,
hey, can
I'm
I
not
just
a.
get can I get like 2 minutes and I'm out? I promise
Yes.
y'all.
Okay,
What I
yes.
want to say, Dan, where Robin at? Robin, where you at? Let me say this real quick. Number one, Unscrambled Minds was built up by Sister Robin and Dulcinea. The HOK, this is not the HOK. It's like a split off, but this is Sister Robin and Dulcinea hard work that they built this channel up on their own. So I don't want nobody to take that away from nobody. You know, understand that this is Robin's hard work that she did. All right. So of course Sarnetta would say, yo, go and support, but that don't mean I built the channel. Sister Robin and Dulcinea built their channel, man. So I just want to make sure I say that clear. And this is the Unscrambled Minds, and I support Unscrambled Minds all the way. You know, we go through some hard things, and I apologize for that, Sister Robin, and all y'all sisters. We go through hard times sometimes, you know, and sometimes we get a little, feisty. Y'all know that. We do that all the time where we get outside of ourselves. So I want to apologize to all of y'all up here, and even Dots, man, if I see her, because I sit back and say, damn, why the fuck did I go off like that or whatever, We do shit that we regret later on, and I do regret it. So I just want to say I apologize to y'all. Nepal apologize to y'all on the behalf of the HOK, and I stand and support my sisters on the HOK. And I
And
respect the great
we
work that
support
y'all have
you
done.
too. And
All
I
right.
do, before you go, because I know you were the moderator, you couldn't say anything, but because that's what tonight is really about, just a review of the debate,
Yes.
I want you to give your opinion on how the debate went and what some things you think that I could have done, or some things I could have did better as far as with the debate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, say that one more time, because I got something running in the background. Let me cut it off.
I wanted to give you to give your opinion on the debate and some critiques that you would say that I could have did better in the debate.
What I would say that you could do better is just stick to the topic. The topic is, are we primates? So you should have brought out some scholars, some scholastic scholars showing that we are not primates. I mean, I understand your that you did where you're trying to show that this is racist for those to come out and say that, man, they got to be racist that say we're primates. But see, what you got to see, though, Snare, is that they don't only say we are primates, they say the whole human family. So how can it be racist when they calling themselves primates? You see what I'm saying? The white man is saying he's a primate. I went outside today and I was just interviewing random people, walking up on them, and some of the grown-ups people, they didn't know. They didn't even know the answer to it. But the young kids, and even mostly Europeans, because they scientifically literate, they study, they got a different education than us. And they knew that we were primates. And I would say, well, why? And they would explain why we are primates. And I would say, well, you saying we come from a monkey? And they said, no, we ain't come from a monkey. but we come from the same ancestor, the common ancestor. They knew this science. It make us look bad when we not doing the research because of our feelings, because of, oh, I don't want to look like that. I don't want to come from that. You know, that's all I'm saying. We are all primates. Ask your children if they in the 5th grade, 6th grade, ask them. They will tell you. And I think you did a great job, Dulcinea, overall. And when people say things like, I think Nepal is being a bully and Nepal is being you know what they say, damn, what was the words that they said about Nepal is being what? Aggressive.
Yeah, too
It make
aggressive and
it
different things
makes,
like
you
that.
know what it makes you look soft, Dulcinea. And
And
god damn
I
it,
agree. And I agree.
everybody know Dulcinea is not goddamn soft. I done seen you in here explode and go in on people. I don't understand why people don't see that. And they be over here, they fuck with y'all, but y'all don't see Dulcinea going in, tearing niggas' heads off with the information. So it makes Dulcinea look weak and soft when y'all say that. Oh, I think Nepal is just too aggressive. So she too strong for Dulcinea, huh? Mentally. So Nepal is too strong. That's what they really saying. And y'all disrespecting Dulcinea by saying that. Dulcinea know exactly what she getting into. She know how to handle herself. And y'all need to just cut that stuff out, man. And so with that, I'm gonna say peace to y'all. I'm
No,
out.
Wayside, let me say this before you leave. I want to say that most of all, I thank you for coming back and saying what you said, because I left because I didn't really see, I don't really like y'all arguing, and I don't like my sisters arguing either. But what I do want to say is people don't seem to understand. People always throw this white man card in the game with us, and I hate to see that. And there was so many comments saying when the white man show up, we always play this and we always do this and we always seem
I'm
to do
glad you
that.
brought that up.
And that stems me so hard because they forget when the black man show up, we always tend to want to say when the white man show up, we supposed to put on a suit and tie and huck and buck and shoot and shine. But when the black man show up, we can chill back and act a certain way. Like what is that?
Yes, I'm glad you brought that up. Like the brother that brought up Richard Carrier, and he was saying, "Oh, but when that white man came up there, you seen the respect and everything that they gave him, brother. That was an interview. That was not a debate. That was not going back and forth, brother. When you see Richard Carrier get in the ring with Brother Jabari, you're gonna see a whole different tone. You're gonna see a whole different strategy. That right there was just a one-on-one interview of me interviewing him, bringing him to y'all so y'all can see who this guy is. I can't bring him in and just start tearing his head off. He would never come back. He would probably know. See, that's what I mean. Y'all don't know business. When I say y'all, I'm not talking about you up here. I just want y'all to understand that. So a lot of people don't understand how you pose. You got to be able to know when to turn it on and know when you turn it off. At this time, you turn it off because you're trying to get something done. You're trying to get a contract signed. You're trying to get this brother to come in and do a debate. I don't want to run him away before I get the chance to try to even set the debate up. You understand? So, no, of course we're not going to bang on Richard Carrier. Of course we're not going to disrespect the man. He's a PhD that I'm trying to get to take on Brother Jabari, and everybody want to see that debate. So why would I mess up something like that?
But
That's
again,
messing up my business.
when have you ever brought anyone that you've brought to interview to treat them as such,
Right.
being
And
white
yeah,
or black?
that's
So that's all I'm trying to say. As a businessman, we don't bring people over to bring them to disrespect them. Understand the business from the
right.
pleasure.
Right.
And that's
Now,
all I wanted to say.
when we having these discussions and these debates, yes, it's that like everybody know what it is. But when I bring you over to do a one-on-one interview and then I say, yo, I'm gonna open up the floor. Do not disrespect my guests. Everybody hear me say that, whether he's white or black. I say, don't disrespect the guests. That's what I say to the people. But if you over here on the, see, that's what I mean by you got to know when to go in, when to fall back, when to turn it on, when not to turn it on. And I know how to do that. I've been doing this for so long. You don't bring somebody in and ask them and invite them into your house to do a one-on-one interview. For example, let me give y'all an example. Dulcinea, you brought that white woman over. What's her name? The one that was talking about the black and the white and all of that. What's her name?
Elliot, and I want to say a lot of people were,
I
were
would
going
not.
against
I
her.
would not have never let Reggie get on my panel and disrespect that white woman. Why? Because she was a guest to y'all. You know, you want to bring her back. You want to be able to bring her back and give the information to the people. You see what I'm saying? So when Reggie came on and when I brought General Yohana on, I respect General Yohana. Reggie said, "Sir, let me on." I said, "Reggie, I don't want you to come on. I don't want you to disrespect this brother because I got respect for them. It's sometimes you turn it on, you turn it off. They not with the nonsense. You know, they not on the YouTube like we are all the time, every day, every other day." Yes, Jane Elliott. Thank you. Thank you, Naya. Jane Elliott. She came on my channel. We gave her the most up respect and love, and she loved it. She want to come back. She loved it. You know, Ellison, another white man, came on, loved it. But you don't want to run white people away. I don't want a platform of just nigger nuts. And when I say nigger nuts, I'm talking about just the ones that go in and bang out and act stupid. We want to bring on some of the intelligent minds as well. And a lot of black people have the intelligence minds. I hope we can act intelligent. And so I bring them on to mix it up. That's why I do that. Information don't have no color, brothers and sisters. Knowledge don't have no color, man. I'm not a Muslim. I'm not a Hebrew. I'm not none of that. But I will bring them on my platform and let them have they say. Why? Because there's a lot of people out there that will listen to a Muslim, that'll listen to the Hebrew. You see? That will listen to Kemet. Y'all know I represent Kemet all the way. But I know how to step back and allow people to go in and they tear Kemet up. And I sit back and I step back and I laugh at them, you know, and go back and forth with them a little bit. You know?
Come on.
That's it.
And
Right.
Paul, we know this is your first time on here, but we are hoping it won't be your last.
Look at the
I
brother
love you,
Bond Dog. Look
Christina.
at Bond
Thank
Dog.
you.
He says what? Look at Bond Dog. He said he's what? What did Bond Dog said? He said he Latino and he get mad love and on my channel and respect over there on my channel.
Come
Yes, he
on.
does.
Right. You're right. I did want to say this too, because Robin, when I said earlier, unscrambled minds, y'all, I've known Robin since what? Before when you were just having an idea. Do you remember that? So I just want to say, I didn't want to say not you, Dulcinea. I needed to come back and say, because Sonetter, I think you thought I was leaving Dulcinea out. Yes, Dulcinea and Robin started Unscrambled Minds, but I remember talking on the phone with Robin when she was having an idea about the channel. So when I said this is Robin's thing, she brought Dulcinea in and then they built it. I want to make that clear. I'm not disrespecting you, Dulcinea. So I wanted to come back and say, yes,
Oh yeah,
Dulcinea
I
too.
know, and I hope you
Yeah.
know I'm not with either of you guys either. And I agree with everything you said as far as like, why would we be racist or anything? We're supposed to be the ones that are saying this race stuff is stupid. Um, that's why I love Jane Elliott's premise, but I do know that she kind of likes the little banter back and forth. I think she kind of liked beating up Reggie the way that she did, but I think it is one of those things that people do have their opinions, and a lot of times we're going to be the ones that get them together. We're going to be the ones to be like, you're wrong in this. There's six of us, and we tend to go hard at these guys coming in and saying anything.
And I'm gonna say this while everybody's on the panel. I know Dots ain't on here right now because she's probably pissed off at me on and the whole situation. Yes, we do allow people to come on and say what they want to say, but we also have a limit. And I didn't get the opportunity to address anything that I didn't like because I guess I just didn't get the opportunity to, and it just went and got crazy. I don't like this. I don't like to have controversy where people would have been my friend for been my friends for years. Yes, Everybody knows how I am when it comes to HOK, when it comes to Sinetta, when it comes to certain situations. That's why I try to avoid them. We would never allow somebody to come on here and just straight out disrespect Nepal or Sinetta without addressing the situation. That has never happened. And I just, this went crazy tonight. I don't know how it got crazy. It just did. So I appreciate that you came back on and apologized. Sinetta, that was big of you. I wish Dots was still on here so she could have heard you apologize. I personally was talking to Nepal on the phone, so I did not hear when someone said something about your marriage, but I'm quite sure that Dulcinea, Sakina, or one of the other sisters would have addressed it. So I apologize for anybody to disrespect your marriage. That is not cool. That
Yeah,
is
but
not
that's all right though. You ain't gotta keep going on that. I came back up here because of the love and respect that I do have for you, Robin, Dulcinea, and
Me too. Same
Sister
here.
Sakina Ra.
That's right.
I know Sakina always give me love, man. I would never
Yes.
disrespect that sister, bro. For real.
Thank
She
you.
always come in. She makes sure she control that goddamn chat. Anybody disrespectful, she getting them up out of there. And same with you, Robin. So I got mad love for y'all. That's why I said, nah, I got to go back in there and clean this up. I don't want to go to
But you,
sleep and
yeah.
leave this hanging like that. Nah, I got to clean this thing up. I got to be
And
man to
Robin,
man and
that's
come
what
in
I
and
was
admit,
trying to do.
you know?
I was trying to come in and say that about you. I know maybe that makes everybody. I don't know how it makes people feel, but for me, I have seen Robin, and then of course Delphine. But This is Robin's vision. Am I lying, Robin? Have you not talked to me about this?
at all. And sisterhood definitely is a vision of mine. But you know what I'm saying? I also got to understand the fact is my personal situations, you know what I mean? We talk about somebody, I've had unscrambled minds down. How long has it been, Dulcinea? Going
That's
on.
almost 2 years or over 2 years now.
I
It
don't
was
know.
since you guys were on the sit down last year, and it's
So
been over. It's
only
been a
been
And
year.
that's how
It'll be two
like,
years.
2 years because we came from the
It'll
city.
be 2 years.
It just seems like it. But y'all keep in mind, I've been knowing Sinetta. Oh my God, I don't even know how many years now.
For a long
Right.
time.
Yeah, for it's been
And
many.
I gotta go. And I want to say, Tanisha, I'm just getting to meet you, but I ain't got no hate towards you either, sister. I'm out, y'all.
Well, she
Peace.
did say something very
It's all right.
disrespectful, though.
Everybody's
We
at the heat of the
know
moment. Everybody is
on
at the
it.
heat of the moment.
But
Just
I
but
want
you
to say
don't
before you go
you
on
should
that,
get to
Nepal.
know us instead of talking about what's
no,
off the
no,
internet. I
Nepal.
don't
It's
have
all
anything
right. It's
against
all
her.
right.
I
Yeah.
can speak. I'm saying I have nothing against the sister, and to be real, Sonetter can vouch for me. I've said Dots is my favorite on the panel, which is
She did
crazy,
say that. She
and
did say
that's the
that
wild
yesterday
part.
or today. Yeah.
And then, so things are just crazy. You know, I've never talked to Dots. I've never talked to Nisha. You can't just. I know you see maybe seeing some things going on, but I can mend things. I mend things with my sisters. I'm friends with
All right.
Dulcinea. I'm
Peace. Let
friends
me
with
get out of
Robin.
here.
I'm
Okay,
friends with Robin. I'm friends with Dulcinea. And I understand you all love them and, have their back.
All right. Nepal,
But
we good.
you
Come
don't.
on.
Sonetter, why are you micromanaging me right now? This is why she said we don't get along. That's what Nisha said.
Wow.
But I was just finishing my sentence, King. I'm just letting the sister know what I've never spoken to you in my life, Nisha, and I would like to talk to you. You need to, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you don't like the way I am on the panels, but I don't want you to personally not like me just by the internet. That's what I'm trying to say. All right? Is that okay, Sonia? I got that out. All right? Is everybody good before I go? I just wanted to make sure I come back in and let Dulcinea know I wasn't leaving her out. But the reason I said Robin's thing is because Robin was talking to me about Unscrambled Minds.
Yeah, I just
Okay.
Oh yeah,
okay.
and I wanted to say to Sister Napon, thank you. And I didn't take it as that way when you were saying it.
Okay.
And I am glad that you didn't take it easy or anything, because everybody would have said, "Oh, Napon took it easy because she was her student and everything like that."
I
So,
was gonna take it easy on you. You know that because I'm gonna tell you,
and I didn't
I
want you to.
really was going to, but then I had a conversation with Son Editor, and he's like, "Don't do that." And then it made sense. Like, why should I? Why should I take it easy on you? You know, first off, you may have been my student, but you are very, very intelligent. Now, I did say, look, when I was saying you don't know the paper, you don't know the science, you didn't know what you're reading. The brother got up here tonight and said the same, or today and said the same thing about me. I don't want you to take that personally.
Oh,
But
I
as
did
far
not.
as intelligence, you are one of the most spiritual, and I'm a stand. I'm not going to ever stop saying that. You're the most spiritual, intelligent sisters that I know, and I've been telling Sonetta for years before you even got up on the internet. Please get Dulcinea up here. Please get Dulcinea up here. Get this Moorish sister up here. So it's all love, you know. We're banging, but at the end of the day, I do want to have a common respect. It gets tempers flare, even for Dots when she said she doesn't care. I'm sure she cares. So it's all love. I like the sisters coming in. I'm not perfect. I'm Nepal. You know, he said the guy was like, she's trying hard not to be Nepal. That was kind of funny to me because in the debate, Dulcinea, I really was thinking I don't want to really say anything to offend Dulcinea, but
Yeah, I'm the one that said that.
you gotta you know you're who you are. You started getting on me a little bit, and I was like, oh,
Yeah,
gonna have to
because if you
step
let
it
up, then
up.
I'm gonna come at you.
Yeah, exactly. So I just want this to be actually at the end of the day a growing, building moment. I'm tired of fighting with my sisters. I'm tired of me not being able to get along or make up or find a common ground with women. It sucks. And y'all, you know, you and Robin know what I'm talking about.
Yes, and you know we have love for you, and I did say that. I know y'all missed that, but I did say that I had nothing but respect, and that it was a privilege to be able to do that, and I very much appreciate you taking the debate.
Yes,
Okay.
and you know you can and you know you can go in harder on me like on the after show when I was like, shame on you. You can get in and get it in like that. You know you wanted to,
I
and
know
I
I
said
did in the
I let
after show
go,
when we were
Dulcinea.
going back and
Yes,
forth.
you know what, Dulcinea? I thought about it. I was like, damn, Dulcinea wouldn't even go in on me. I gotta. I felt bad because I was like, she has this. I love that you respect me, but you can if it's about the information you can go hard on me. Don't worry about it. Just go hard, do what everybody does, and then the only thing we have to do is once we leave that panel, still have love for each other. Still, you know, just like any other so-called profession. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
yeah, when you showed
And
that dog,
honestly, that's what I wanted it to be. I think OTK was
yeah,
going to say that earlier, but
Yeah, I
that's what
wanted
I
to say
wanted it to
something
be
concerning
because so many
OTK.
people say that the sisters can't
Right.
debate. They always take it to another level and it always becomes something off of that. And I wanted to see everyone to see that it could be that. And I didn't want anyone going in and just acting like Nepal was too aggressive or anything because she wasn't
mhm,
or anything like that. I think it showed really good decorum on both sides. I think it was better than a lot of men's debates when it
right,
came to the decorum and what they say are the problems that go wrong with women debating. I think we proved that all those problems don't have to be associated and people can go at people aggressively, but because of the information and it stick to the
right.
information.
Yes, and you know what? It's all love. I mean, to be honest, like I was happy when you started turning up in the after show. I really did like that. I mean, I was like, yeah, come on, bring it, let's go, hit me harder. I mean, it sounds weird, but it's not. Like I'm like, yeah, bring it all in. And we do show the brothers. We just showed them anyway. We showed them we still can be sisters. We don't have to go and start talking about each other. Now, sidebar, hold on. There's some sisters out there who I don't get along with. So don't get it twisted out there like, what about so and so? I treat people like how they treat me. Dulcinea is respectful. She loves me. We have a history. So I'm going to respect her and love her. But there's some other sisters that are out there who just are just, I'm not going to say any names, but they can be very vicious. But even those sisters, I'm hoping that we can come to a point where, even though I keep trying, there's one particular one where we could just be like, okay, we can bang, we cannot get along, but let's have a common respect. You get what I'm saying, Nisha? I'm going to say this to you directly. You don't have to even like me, but I'm going to, as long as you don't get personal with me, I won't get personal with you. If you bang on me and say, I don't like her as a debater, I don't like her information, I'll just sit back and listen. I listen from the clouds. But when people start saying, and in the past, she was trying to make her husband feel like a boy, don't talk about me and my husband. You get what I'm saying or no? I hope you can understand where I'm coming
No,
from.
no. I totally, I get what you're saying, but first of all, I don't get personal, and if I
No,
don't
she
like
didn't.
you,
She
I
wasn't
don't.
talking about you.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Don't try to. No, let me talk.
Hmm.
Go ahead.
I'm not. Yeah,
Stop
please
talking.
don't try to clean shit up. I'm straight. I
Hmm.
don't care for no, I don't care for you as a person as far as in what I've seen on HOK. Personally, I don't know you. So that's a whole different story. But from the internet, I don't. And that's just what it is. And I don't bite
Right.
tongue at all. And that's fine. I haven't disrespect you. Nobody can tell you that. And that's how it's going and that's how I am. If I don't like
Hmm.
something, I'm gonna say that shit. And that's just who I am. I don't kiss ass for nobody at all. You know what I'm saying? But I
Right.
have never disrespect you, and I have never disrespect Sup. And that's
Hmm.
how it is. I have my own personal feelings about whatever and how I see shit moving, and I ain't with that shit. But
Right.
I don't
Okay.
disrespect Robin. I don't disrespect you. I don't disrespect Sup. And that's just how I am. It is what it
Well,
is.
okay. Well, like you said, you don't know me and you've never, this is the first time we've had a conversation, I think. So this is how I am. And look, I appreciate you being honest. I like honesty. If I see somebody on the internet and they've never done anything to me, I have no problem with them. But I get it that I'm a person, I'm in the public eye and people, they might be watching me and they don't like how I'm doing something or they see me doing something on the screen or on the internet. I get it. Some people they take it personally. I'm not even. This isn't even a diss. I'm being serious. Some people really take it personally. Like not just some. A lot of people. They'll be in the chat. They don't even know me. Like that brother that got up here. He doesn't know me from Adam. Oh, I know Nepal's going to do this, and Nepal probably did this today. It's kind of strange, but people who know me, they. I mean, not. I'm not talking about people who I beat up on the Bible. I mean, people who know me, they can tell you, okay, I know she's this way, but she's also this way. You just got to get to know me. I would like for you to get to, I'm saying you personally, you got to get to know me and then make a better judgment of me. Like me, I see you up here sometimes, you have your opinions. You're a little bit of the, how do you say, the cynical one. But I don't go, damn, I really don't like her. I don't care for her. I can't stand her. I just watch it and then I just turn it off. I know Robin and Dulcinea and up here. I'm starting to get to know Sakina more. But I know Robin and Dulcinea. I don't really know any of the other women, the other sisters personally. So I don't really judge too much of who you are as a person. I damn sure don't hate you. You get what I'm saying? So
Nepal,
At the
you're
end of
from
the day, Nepal, at the end of the day, Nepal, it don't even really matter. As long as no disrespect coming. At the end of the day, it don't matter how you feel about me or how I feel about you. I'm not
right.
disrespecting you. I don't look at that you disrespecting me. So it is what it is.
Beautiful. And you know what? I was praying for you though. Remember Robin when you told that story about
Your
the
phone, your thing is so messed up, Nepal.
I know you did. I just want to tell her. Remember Robin when I said that was a beautiful thing?
Nepal,
How
your thing is messed up. Like we can't understand what you're saying.
oh. Can you hear me now?
I don't know what's going on.
What about now? What about now?
What you? It's still doing it. It's still doing it. You gotta
Okay.
probably go.
Anyway,
It's messed up bad.
can you hear me? And that's why I say good night and it's all love and just keep creating, keep going in.
We
I
got
know
her to just me.
huh?
I was wondering if everybody else heard what I'm hearing, or is it just me? A lot of static and.
Yeah, but I can make out what you're saying, so you
So
can
what
go
about
ahead.
now? I
Well,
just want to
before
say
you leave, I want to make sure I say this, and this is concerning. Not this is concerning our brothers at the round table. You know,
the one who cursed me out when I asked him why he had recorded the video.
I can't understand. I just want to say something. You know what I'm saying? Like the moment it was mentioned concerning the video or anything, it was. I can't. I can't. So just let me talk because I can't hear you. You gotta go on Nepal. Thank you. It was taken down. Okay, those brothers over there give much respect to HOK. They always speaking highly of HOK, and they also speak highly of you. They ain't said nothing disrespectful about you, and they were speaking on what they thought was the debate and how the debate went and everything positive. So I want to make sure that I say that about them because I respect them and they respect other people. That's just something I just wanted to say because I don't know if that is tonight has gotten so unbalanced, negative. I'm so glad now it's going back up into positive. I don't know where it got crazy, but I'm glad tonight is over with. Seriously, I am. Your phone is messed up. We don't understand
Yeah,
what's
now we
happening.
can't hear you at all. Try to go out and come back in because we don't hear you at all now.
Hey, can I
Okay.
say something real quick? Cause
Yeah.
I've been
Yes,
quiet and listening
Nitro.
this whole
Yes,
time,
thank you
I
so
don't even
much.
know who's
and
talking.
I want to
It's
say something.
Nitro. Let Nitro
Yeah, it's
talk.
Nitro, and I want to say something without getting screamed at or booted.
Peace,
Um,
truth.
what's happening? Peace.
I hope
First,
not this is Nitro. I'm really trying to change it. Seriously.
I mean I feel it, but I ain't get to speak. You know what I'm saying?
It's still messed up.
Please, Sister Freedom, and you're still staticky, Sister Nepal. We still can't hear you. I
Please,
don't know
Sister
what's
Freedom.
happening.
It's not me. It's her thing messed up.
Yeah, because he's been waiting.
I'm
So
gonna let him
please
talk.
don't.
What I'm saying is Nepal's thing is messed up, and she keep
Oh
trying
yeah,
to.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I was telling her that as far as that's the only reason too. It's still really bad. I don't know because I know I said come out and come back in, but I don't know if you need to restart. But
I don't know.
you
It's
do
something
have
wrong
this
with
large static.
it's bad, Nepal.
Yeah. But I was
It's
saying let Nitro close out and stuff because yeah, he's been up here for a while and then he can drop down too.
say. Wait a minute. Say something, Nepal. Nepal. It's still there. We
Okay, well, now let me just say good night. I got the brothers. Okay,
can't hear you.
I'm gonna go. Please, uh,
Okay. Well, it's something wrong with her thing. Well, Nitro.
Yeah.
Tone said somebody couldn't hear.
I was out right. And I don't really got to apologize to Dots because I was just trying to stop everything from going any further, and I just couldn't get the words in. I just wanted it to stop, and I
All
think
right,
she did.
now I'm gonna start there. That was one of the first things I want to say, and I'm being respectful. I don't want nobody to feel like I don't do the drama, none of that. I'm just gonna speak my mind and leave it there
Oh
about it. You
shit.
feel me? I've been, and y'all know I've been a supporter. So this, you feel me? First thing, conflict resolution is a skill that our community should definitely work on. Hollering and screaming in the midst of a problem never solves it at all. So that's the first thing. When people don't allow other people to vocalize their point and speak and get it all the way out, and then afterwards you can respond to whatever it is that's going on. But the main thing that blew this whole thing out of proportion was the hollering and the screaming. Dots was defending the platform that she feels is her home. So she wasn't wrong at all. Like she wasn't trying to disrespect their marriage or nothing. She what she was saying had nothing to do with that. Her main
I
thing,
never
she
said
just
that she
wanted to
said
defend.
that either, though. Nitro, I never
That's what
said
I'm
that.
saying. I
I
didn't
never
say you
said
said
that.
anything. This is what I'm talking about, conflict resolution. We got to be able to let each other talk. Because if we don't, then it's always going to be argumentative, combative, debate style. Like, this ain't that. I just want to convert. I just want to get it out. Like I said, I'll drop down afterwards. But in that moment, that's where things started to go left. Because y'all a family. Like, when everybody on this panel, Sonetta and the pod, when everybody go their own separate ways, y'all are still considered a family to everybody else, even amongst y'allself. So that was a time where she just wanted the floor to be able to speak and defend the platform that she was a part of. Same with Nisha. And if I'm wrong, Nisha, you can correct me. But that's what I saw. Nisha, like, hold on, ain't nobody finna be coming here doing all that on our shit. You feel me? This our shit. I don't give a fuck if
Right.
you think you sweet baby Jesus with 3 feet. You're not finna come on our platform doing that. So in that moment, conflict resolution a lot of times is using the empathy to be able to see where somebody coming from and having enough discipline to allow them to express themselves and not have to instantly get into damage control mode. You feel me? So in that moment, that's where those things went left. Like y'all said, and I'm just reiterating it, it was premature for them to have to come up here and defend honor that was never challenged. You feel me? Y'all have always said from the beginning, this is an open discussion, safe environment for people to express themselves as long as they don't. I mean, we all crack jokes. We might say, with your little ugly ass. That don't mean we calling somebody ugly for real. But us being able to use our vernacular and express ourselves, when you start tampering with that, then it does get personal. People are gonna feel attacked, even if you feel as though I'm stopping somebody from attacking. Well, two wrongs don't make a right in that situation. You feel what I'm saying? So a better conflict resolution, I'm gonna say, because I've seen it happen many times. The hollering and the screaming, it does not help in that situation. You feel me?
But it
That's
also does not help if I'm trying to stop something and I'm being talked over and I'm trying to say, stop, don't. It's not necessary. You didn't have to say that. Stop, stop. And then I'm being talked over. That doesn't help anything either.
But
It
what
does.
he's saying, Sister Freedom, what? Okay,
Damn, I'm
because
not mad.
you're making an
Right
excuse.
now. Let me
No, you're
please.
because you're making an excuse right now
I'm
when
not, I want
God.
to get finished. I want to finish. That's the
Let her
problem.
have it, Dulcie.
Yeah, let her finish. Go ahead, Sister Free.
I'm not saying that Nisha, Dulcinea, LaShawn, Sakina, Dots, or anybody cannot defend this channel because they're supposed to. But when I see that it's getting crazy and it's going to the left, I want it to stop. I want it to stop because it's not going to do nothing but get worse. So the same way I got to appreciate somebody's personality, they also have to appreciate mine. And I don't want the drama.
All right, now, and in that case, like I said, being able to observe as a third person, telling somebody stop while they're expressing themselves can be problematic. That's it. It's a learning moment for everybody. You feel me? Maybe y'all should utilize the mute button or have a
Thank
code
you.
word or something. But in that moment, Dots was her not being able to express herself is why she's not here right now. She left because she felt that she was being censored because two other people with a different platform came into y'all's platform and started passive aggressively censoring things. So
Right.
then she felt attacked by somebody on her own team by not being able to express herself in
Oh,
that
she
moment.
expressed herself. When I said, "Well, Doc, let me say something now." You wanted me to run it back?
Nah, trust me, I watched it. I took notes. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm saying what I'm saying now. And I'm sure she would agree with me. You may feel that way, but again, it's the empathy, Sister Freedom. It's
I
the
do.
empathy
I
that
love my sister. Don't get it twisted.
I'm not
I
saying you don't.
love my
I'm not saying
sisters.
But that's
Okay.
he's not saying it's to
I'm not
love.
saying
You
you
got to
don't.
listen to his
Well,
point,
I'm
though, Sister
listening to
Freedom.
him. I don't need you to
Well,
tell me.
you're cutting him off, and that's why you keep saying everybody's cutting you off, but you're always cutting in, and you can't get their opinion if you're always going to be the one that cuts in. Sit back. If you got to put yourself on
Girl,
mute, put yourself on mute for a
you're
second
not my
and just
mom.
listen to what
I
he
keep telling
said.
you.
But
I
then
heard.
you're the one that keeps
Did
saying.
I
You're
cut
the
you
one that
off?
keeps saying.
Did I
You're
cut
the
you
one that
off?
keeps doing it. You're doing it now. You're doing it
That's
again.
what you've
Can
been
he
doing to me,
finish? Can he
Dulcinea.
just finish what he's saying and then you come in? And even if you
Oh
want to
my
say he's
God, girl,
wrong,
shut
even
up.
if you want to say he's wrong of what he's saying, let him finish what he's saying before you say cut in and say he's wrong, right? I do it all the time. I do it all the time. Just let him finish.
I think we need
Go
to
ahead,
listen back
Nitro.
at that. We need to
Go
listen back
ahead,
at that.
Nitro. Like, let him say what she's saying about Dot's perspective. And Dots, please come back up here.
Oh my God, this is
But
weird, and I can't no more.
but yeah, like, and again, like, I resonate with Nisha. I'm from Stone Mountain, Georgia. I don't bite my tongue for shit. I had to learn how to be diplomatic. I had to learn how to say certain things that don't people can't make an excuse or get triggered by what I'm saying, and I'm still working on that. So I can look at this situation from many different perspectives, and I can use empathy to put myself in all y'all shoes. Sister Freedom, you having a relationship with Sai and wanting to build this platform, you know what I'm saying, and do your thing with it. You're trying to defend that, where you don't want to burn bridges and step on toes and things like that. You feel me? And I can understand that. Um, this was a moment where it was testing. I'll say that. It tested many different things about people's personality, their intentions. You know what I'm saying? I feel as though uh those two, because I ain't gonna, play them games, but when them two came up, um, it got blurred on what the intentions were with the conversation, the platform, even her saying what she said in the like, this is Sister Freedom's platform. Like, it's more than just Sister Freedom and Dulcinea that be on these panels, and those are sometimes divisive statements. And I'm not saying her intentions were to be divisive, but it can be taken that way. It can be belittling where someone doesn't feel as involved or important, like they have a say so in this platform. And again, I'm speaking from empathy, putting myself in somebody else's shoes, not my opinion, not what I feel, because I don't give a fuck. Like, this ain't my problem. You know what I'm saying? I support y'all through and through. Dulcinea won. I don't give a fuck if I ain't buy no ticket or nothing. She won because I said so. That's how I feel. But this ain't that. You feel me? This is a
Hey,
moment where I actually
hey.
watched. I watched what happened, and I sat back as a student to not. I don't want to make those mistakes that happened then. So once people start to feel disrespected, I like to study to see, well, what could I do differently so I won't be the one. I won't be that guy. You get what I'm saying? And this was a moment where um those that came on should have allowed y'all to run y'all platform the way y'all do, plain and simple. I feel like that was the main thing that really that was the catalyst to a lot of this, right? For real, for real. It was that y'all weren't allowed the opportunity to control your platform. And again, I'ma say, Sister Freedom, you big mama. So I'ma say, like, you hollering and screaming in that situation, you can run it back. You know what I'm saying? And I gave y'all my number so y'all can call me directly. We could watch it like film. You hollering in that situation definitely made things uncomfortable for some of your sisters in that moment. You feel me? And like y'all said earlier, that's a conversation that can be had off of this. But for all of us as a people, we have to learn conflict resolution. That's why I'm speaking about it this way, because it's a learning moment. Like, we all had this with family. We all do this with friends. We do this shit with strangers. We had nigga moments at the gas station that turn into shootouts. Like, we all, you feel what I'm saying? Like, we all been in them type of situations where conflict resolution is really like something we really got to get better at. Um, so yeah, I ain't gonna talk in circles or none of that. But if you listening, like, don't don't let this be a reason why you stop on this journey. I'm not saying she is, but I'm just saying, like, don't let. I really feel like this is fixable. You feel me? And like the old heads used to tell us, one stick by itself you can snap it on your knee real quick, but a bundle of sticks together is impenetrable. You feel me? And I feel like in that moment, there has to be a protocol where even amongst each other, y'all can have a pineapples moment, or you know what I'm saying? Like something where y'all aren't arguing with each other, and then somebody else is able to come in and use inciting words that can get y'all arguing with each other. That's I really want to just put that out there. You know, so like I said, I'm gonna mute up. Y'all can say what y'all, feel me, like, but love y'all. Keep doing what y'all doing for real, and keep building, cause y'all clearly are making noise in this fucking community. For motherfuckers to be on here at 12 o'clock in the morning, watching y'all, trying to censor what y'all saying and saying don't do this, and all that, y'all clearly are doing something right. So that's all I want to say. You know what I'm saying? Peace. I'm gonna stay up, to
Thank
listen,
you.
but no, peace.
Yeah, thank you, Nitro.
Peace.
And then yeah,
Thank
sorry.
you,
That's all I
Nitro.
was saying, Sister Freedom. Go ahead, of course.
I
Whenever
don't like the control mechanisms, though. We will talk about that in the meeting. Okay, I don't mind Nitro saying anything, but I want to run it back. I want to run it back. So when we run it back during the meeting, we will see exactly what took place. Okay. So thank you, Nitro, for your opinion about the situation. Like I'm saying, I didn't want it to go no further. I'm not saying that I care about the fact that Dot said something, or Nisha, or whomever, or or Sakina, or Gemini, or anybody saying something. But when it gets crazy, I needed to stop. I just needed to stop. I'm not real fast with moving this and putting people all on this, that, and another. Nah, but yeah, it has to stop.
I appreciate you for letting me, voice my opinion.
I
Oh
appreciate
yeah,
you
no
giving me your
problem,
opinion.
Nitro. And yeah, that's something that we can talk about afterwards, Sister Freedom, about those controls and doing that and stuff. And I definitely will definitely go as far as when stuff like that, you getting the floor, and we'll talk about that, how that will go futuristic times. I don't want you to think of that of times, because like you're right about that. You being able to moderate and be like, hey, it's going too far, has to be able to go. But I did agree with Nitro in his point of being like, when it came to the point before it got to that point and just letting someone express their opinions, I don't want anyone to feel like they can't, but especially the six girls that are on this platform. Of course we can, but I don't even want anyone else, because what are we saying then? We're limiting the people that actually support us. We're limiting their speech. Now, of course, no one's going back into someone being disrespectful. That, nip it in the bud when that happens, of course. But we're just talking about just the freedom of speech, the freedom to have an opinion. Uh, it should be where if you don't agree with someone's opinion, can be something that we go back and forth on. That's what this channel is. Like, oh, hold up, I don't agree with your opinion right there. But when it's like silencing an opinion, that's where I would say too, I'm a little taken aback as well, to just be like, okay, that opinion wasn't gonna have any disrespectful notions in it. It wasn't going to bring anybody and say anybody's uh, personal business, their personal love life, or anything. I know how Dots is. So I definitely think, as far as that, we definitely can be able to express our opinion and go back and forth. We show it all the time on this channel.
You do realize that Dots wasn't the one that said that. That was
No,
not.
no, we're not talking about. Yeah, we're not talking about when what someone else said when it was disrespectful. I was just talking about when Dots was talking and being like, "Let's stop this" in the midst of Dots talking. I don't think that's right, because Dots wasn't going to go to the disrespectful point of that anybody else went, and we got to be allowed to be able to speak and voice our opinions.
We're gonna run that back, okay? We're gonna just run it back.
And just be open, Sister Freedom. Once you do,
I'm very
just
open.
yeah, just be open. You know what I'm saying? You might see some things that you didn't see the first time. And just
Oh,
know,
I
like,
just ran it back when I just had it on mute.
mm-hmm.
I ran it. That's how I know what I'm talking about. I ran it back.
No, for sure, for sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
so a lot of times, I'm saying, people hear what they want to hear too. And when it was getting greasy, that's why I said stop. And who I called was my sister. Stop it. Stop. Wait a minute. That don't have to be said. It's getting crazy.
And that's what we're saying. You said stop in the midst of Dots talking, and you say there's a point where she got greasy, and when she was just speaking her opinion,
I don't
and
even
you
talk
could have
like
waited
that
till
crazy.
after she finished her full statement, and then said, "Okay, I didn't like what you said here or anything," because she would have never
You
disrespected
did.
it.
And I
She,
did. And the
she
moment I start talking again, she
No, you just
interrupted me
said
saying
you
something
just
again.
said stop. You said stop because you wanted her to stop. And I
After
was
it
saying
was
at that
over,
point,
after she said what she said, and her and the Paul started going back and forth. And then when I said, let me say something, she came through. Well, we can hear it. It's not like I got to sit here explain myself
yeah,
because
we'll talk about it later. It's okay.
it's taped. So what I'm still saying is everybody got their little opinion out. It's fine. She has a right to take up for Unscrambled Minds if that's how she feels. Anybody does. But when it gets crazy, I gotta stop it. If I could have, I almost ended the thing. So
What's up, y'all?
I
Ready to get back to the debate?
make sure you hear me now. I didn't say dots got out of hand. I said when it gets out of hand, I want it to stop. I don't want it to be selective hearing. So, is there
I was
anything
commenting
else?
on what somebody said in the chat.
Mhm. Is there
That's
anything
why I say
else? Mhm. Well, we can always hear back something. Okay, I'm sorry that it may be offensive to some people that I have been. Y'all got to keep in mind, I ain't no young girl. So if I said I've been knowing Sinetta for many years, I've been knowing Sinetta for many years. I've been knowing Dr. Ali, Reggie, I know all of them. I don't want an argument between Unscrambled Minds and HOK. No, I don't want that. And I have no problem in saying it. Just like I don't want no argument between Unscrambled Minds and the Round Table Gang. If we're developing a relationship with somebody, I don't want arguments between us. Yes, I think this went crazy tonight. And I'm not being biased. I said I don't want no argument. So,
We'll just have to run it back. But Truth, yes, we're back onto the debate. Go ahead, Truth. Were you in the building?
Yeah, I was in and out, man. Hey, how y'all doing tonight, man? Hope everything get better.
who called? Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, True
Yes,
Story.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I see who called who a bitch.
Yeah,
Sonetta
Sonetta
did,
definitely called Dots a bitch. Definitely.
and Nisha. But he
Yeah,
came
and
back and
Nisha.
he apologized for it. But yeah, that at the time, I think when OTK left, he said that Dots is a
Yeah,
bitch.
that definitely happened, and that's what I'm saying. It
I swear
happens.
I
You
did
know
not
what I'm
hear that.
saying? I know, and
Yeah.
that's why I said we don't hear everything in the moment. That's why I said you going when you play it back as a team, as a family, y'all will all be able to hear a lot, and being open to that reproof is gonna help y'all bond even more because then y'all really gonna have y'all heads on the swivel the next time some shit like that happen and somebody try to stick a stick in the door, you'll be able to catch it in the moment. You feel me? And it was a lot going on in that moment. You know what I'm saying? You was being big mama. So in the midst of saying stop, other people wasn't saying stop. They kept going. They was saying some shit. You feel me? So yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's all good though.
No, it's not.
Yeah, but it's all good to mean we should move on because there's a lot of stuff that
Right,
we'll all
right.
have to talk about, and it's gonna have to be talked about with replaying the tape, like you said. So we'll have to play back the tape, and then we'll all talk about it. And there's all ways that we can all move forward in this situation and do a better job moving forward as far as it. And that's what we could take it from it. It's just like have the ears in mind, take it in, say for real. We can all sit here and woosah together and say we all can take this as a constructive criticism moment, and we all can get better. All of us can get better in the future after this.
Facts.
Well, Anton, yes, you can come in.
And then
Anton, I
truth,
sent you
oh yeah, the link, yeah, she dropped the link in the chat for you. But truth, yeah. So what was your opinion? I know you said you were in and out, but what did you say?
I will say real quick, my bad, truth. I'm gonna drop down. I just want to say I'm gonna drop down real quick, y'all. Love y'all.
thank
Y'all
you,
have a good night. You feel me?
Nitro.
Like in
Yeah,
strong,
I'm,
man. Y'all know how y'all do. You feel me?
I'm
Don't
not
let that
gonna have
shit.
a good night.
You
I already
feel
know
me?
I'm not. I'm done.
Like,
I have
yeah.
no.
Do y'all thing though. Peace though.
Peace,
Peace,
Nitro.
brother. Thank you.
I'm straight up telling y'all
Let
right
me,
now,
let me,
I'm not having no
yeah,
good night.
let me say something real quick. Look,
I'm really hurt about this whole situation.
I understand, but yeah, when you guys play back the tape, right? As soon as I was making my little jokes about how she talks or whatever, and I said that, and you stopped me, and I said, "Hey, I was done." As soon as I said what I said, he jumped on, and then he cut me off, and he just started talking over me, and then he called me a name. Now he went that whole direction with that. Now, like like Sister Freedom said, she's the mother in this thing. Me, I run my own crew. I run my own business. I'm a boss. I don't let people just come on and just get to talking crazy. Now, I jumped off quick. I jumped off the whole thing. I came back, cooled myself off, and I come back to see what was going on. Now, if I did anything wrong, to y'all sisters, not to them, to you guys, I apologize. But I don't think I did anything wrong. All I was talking about was the debate. That's it. Now he the one that came in with the how you guys say it, these homonyms or homonyms, and calling people stupid and they don't know nothing, they crazy and so on and so forth. And then he want to call me out of my name. I mean, come on, man. He already know what's gonna happen 10 toes down. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying? So my thing is this. This is just where, you know, you know, this. I mean, hopefully when you guys get off of this, you guys really analyze this video and really look at who is actually the problem. Now, if Dots jumped off and he called Dots and Nisha a bitch, I mean, come on, man. What's up with that?
I didn't even know that took
I mean, y'all
place.
talk to me. I mean, all I'm saying is this. You know what I'm saying? I want to come to y'all like a big brother. I want to come to y'all like with knowledge. I want to give y'all my mind and talk. Y'all can say whatever. I don't be tripping off stuff like that. I don't take stuff like that personal. Ain't no way in hell I'm gonna call y'all out y'all name. I don't even know y'all from Adam. I don't know y'all from a can of paint. What am I to gain by disrespecting y'all or coming over here trying to take over your panel, which he just did?
Well, Anton, can you do me a
And
favor?
then and then and then and then I got kicked off.
Oh,
I
we're
got
talking.
kicked off.
I
You see what I'm
pulled you
saying?
down. I pulled you down because I wanted the argument to stop. Okay,
No, but
that's
see,
the
here's
reason
the
why I
thing.
pulled
You the
you down.
boss. You the boss. You the boss, Sister Freedom. I mean, I'm not disrespecting the other sisters, but you got the biggest voice. At that point in time, when somebody comes into your house, they need to take their shoes off, go wash their hands, and come with respect. I do
Okay.
that all the time. He didn't. He didn't. He was very disrespectful. I know you respect that brother. You've been knowing him for a long time, and that's good. I know him through all the little realms. I never disrespect that dude. I actually go on his channel. I actually have donated money and stuff to him. You know what I'm saying? But he keep
Well,
talking
at
about
this point, I'm sorry, but I'm just too messed up about this right now, Anton. I'm not trying to stop you from talking and
no.
bringing your voice.
My
I
thing is,
just
I was
don't
just trying to
feel comfortable
apologize.
talking
That's it.
about it
I
no
just
more.
said if I did anything to you guys, I apologize. I'm not even staying up here long. I just want to get that right. I just want to give you guys the idea of what actually happened. And know,
And you
Nisha,
know we love
you know
you.
what I'm
We,
saying? If
you
you
know
was called
we
a
jump
bitch, tell me you
you
shouldn't die.
all the
I'm cool.
time, and I'm gonna stick to saying that, Anton. We use you as a punching bag, but no, but no. I would just say, as far as it, I agree with one thing that was said, as far as that it did go too far of your
That's where I'm here.
comments.
That's where you're gonna get your
Because yeah, because
that's where
of
you
I
that's
think
where you're
of
gonna
the
get your
other
muscles at.
side,
That's where you're
but
gonna get your
what
muscle.
Sonetta
Hit the
was
punching
saying that
bag.
it
You know what I mean?
does. Well, let me finish, Aton. What it does is it does give people the excuse to be like, Dulcinea is crying and Dulcinea is
Hmm.
quiet. Dulcinea hasn't said anything. And it's just like, oh, well, why are all these people attacking in a way that shouldn't be attacked? I have no problem with everyone that said that I had good decorum and that say they like my decorum better. That's fine for you to say. And then I would say, hey, no, you're crying about this. All they said is that she has good decorum. But when you go too far and bringing up people's personal lives, I do believe that's too far. And then people are going to say, now look at what happens. They're going as far as this to back up Dulcinea, and it doesn't look good for me. It would look better for me for people to just be like, hey, it was good to pour him. This is why, and all this other stuff. That's why I respect Jay and everything that he said, because he said absolutely nothing wrong. He was absolutely respectful. And earlier today, he was giving all like very constructive criticism to say this is what you need to do to get better. So that's why I would just say is like where I would rather, things could stay so it doesn't get left from that, because then it ends up just looking bad on my part in the debate. And I know it shouldn't be that way, but it just does. It does look that way.
No, you're right. You're
I'm
right.
told I didn't know that
And
that
that's the
was that,
crazy
that
thing
was
about.
said. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Tone, I didn't know that was said. I didn't know bitch was said. I didn't know any of that was said.
Right, right.
So
No,
I didn't jump on dots.
and you're
I
right,
asked Dots
Dulcinea.
to let me talk. I didn't jump on Dots. So you don't have to keep saying that. And I
Yeah,
don't
Yeah,
want to
that's
and
over. That's
hold
over.
on.
That's
And
over.
y'all leave Sister Freedom alone. We gonna
because she's
go and we
making
gonna
me
work our
mad.
stuff. We gonna work our stuff out and stuff. But in the comments, I want y'all to really, let's come back to the debate. Really, that's what this was about. And I really don't want that to just get left all night, you guys. Come on. We gotta come back at some point as what this stream was about. So y'all let it go. Let's come back to the debate. And
Exactly.
I respect you, Aton, for coming back up and apologizing for anything that you did. Much
Yeah, no
respect.
doubt, no doubt. And what I had
I
left
don't
off
know,
on,
Sam. I'm gonna be real with you right now, baby. I don't know. I don't know if I wanna I think I just wanna just chill tonight. I'm being real with this.
Well, yeah, I'm saying not that we're gonna go through everything. No, we're gonna let everybody else speak and then get our closing from here.
no, what I was saying, and I don't use those words, decorum and things like
We
that.
heard that a time.
I
A
like the way you handled yourself. I like the way you guys all handled yourself on the thing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that was cool. You know what I'm saying? Even the after party, all that stuff. I mean, just how the whole, I'm talking about Ankh and how everybody try to surround you and things like that. Y'all held your ground, and that's pretty much what it's all about. My thing is this. The last thing I said was, the
oh
etymology
God,
of a debate,
said,
the
Please,
etymology of a
Sister
debate
Freedom,
is fine.
please.
but I'm
I
Go.
telling
said,
you, I'm ready to go. So if you want to go ahead on and
Well, then, yeah, you drop,
close
give
the
your
part,
pieces and drop down, and then I'll close out for everybody so
no,
everyone
I'll
can
close
speak.
out. I just want you to
Okay,
go ahead.
well, then people are
all right,
speaking.
y'all.
Let everybody speak and close out.
Well, I'm asking that we stop talking about that.
He was talking about the debate. He literally was talking about the debate right then. And you came in and stopped him. He was talking about the debate.
I don't remember him just saying anything about the debate.
Well,
Go
play it
ahead.
back. Then
Go
play
ahead.
it back. Play
Go
it
ahead.
back.
What was that?
Go
Oh,
ahead and put yourself on mute and go play back what he was
ooh,
just saying.
you got something you want to say, baby?
Listen, I love y'all. It's been real. Peace to the family, y'all. I'll see y'all next week or this weekend. Love y'all much.
Good night, Sakina.
Night,
Peace
y'all.
and love. Good
Peace
night.
and love.
Truth, what did you want to say? And please, Sister Freedom, allow Truth to
I
talk.
don't need you to tell me what to
Well, then
do.
allow it to happen.
No, Dulcinea, I'm dead
No,
serious.
sis,
I
don't
don't
say
need
nothing.
you
Let
to
Truth
tell me
talk.
what to do. I don't need you to tell me what to do.
Well, then why can't you let people talk then without someone
Because I
telling
want,
you?
listen, I'm about to shut this down
Let's
right
go
now.
ahead and get through this. Let's go ahead and get through this.
Like, get through with the closing. That's all we're trying to do. You don't. All we're trying to do is close. Truth, please, can you
Girl,
speak,
I'm
girl?
Dulcinea, what is your problem? That's why we need to shut this down right now.
Let Truth speak. It's the
Because
fact
me
that
and
you
you
won't
can
even
rate
let
it
Truth
into it.
speak. That's the problem.
Thank you. Truth's gone.
Okay. Okay, he got off. He got off. Let's go ahead. He got off.
Yeah, Nisha, did you have anything to?
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and end it. Let me go first because it don't take me long. Okay, we appreciate everybody for coming. Y'all know it's always something when y'all come and holler at your girls at Unscrambled Minds. We'll see y'all next time, and everything gonna be just fine. Have a good night, y'all.
I like that. That was perfect. Peace and love, y'all.
Good night, everybody. Sorry this was so negative tonight, but I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Too negative.
Okay, good night. See you guys later. Peace and love.